Previously, you guys you wrapped up the absolute mess of a combat encounter that you had started in the in the previous session, um, and were able to. Uh, Arteon, particularly, was able to convince the remaining Marines to stand down. Fearing for their lives, they complied. Um, and so you guys basically just like tied them up and had free reign of the complex. You were able to um, get flight plans for two ships leaving, like going to and from Skyfire Down, namely the Mona Lisa prison transport, and then a supply hauler called the Season of Giving. Um, and you made your way to DP-27, namely to the orbital station above the planet, because that planet is itself is a penal colony that transfers prisoners and supplies. Um, you boarded the orbital station. You managed to well, in disguise, mind you, um, and managed to have Jack forge you some credentials to board the Season of Giving as part of a personnel transfer to the penal colony on Skyfire Down. Um, Artyom also had a very interesting encounter in a men's room. Um, his
Oh
second
god, you don't
awkward
have to word it
encounter
like
involved
Just don't
that.
even
this.
explain it any further. Just
Yeah,
just leave it there.
Wait,
yeah.
Dave needs to hear.
It was for a good cause.
So that's how you call it? Is that a metaphor for something?
All I did was bother someone uh, and insinuate that he might be slightly closeted.
Ooh, okay.
Um, yeah, leaving it at that, you guys were able to board the Season of Giving in time, and when you come out of cryo, you are now in whatever fucking system Skyfire Down is in. Let me double check. Star map, or stars in the middle heavens, because I am curious. Ross 619. So on the travel map, I'll move the where's the party icon? Because I also, for certain reasons, I need to keep track of how many parsecs you travel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you travel with 15 parsecs, and the Season of Giving is not upgraded like your ship is, so it is a Bison uh, transport, which has an FTL of 8, and so it's, I believe, 8 times the number of parsecs is how many days it takes?
Yep.
Or is that the amount of time to cross 1 parsec?
The amount of travel time is our FTL rating times the parsecs.
Okay,
Yes.
The lower the better.
right. I know the lower
Yes.
the better. I'm just trying to remember what the sort of formula is.
So basically,
So
So
if it,
FTL is time per parsec then.
Oh, okay. FTL is how many days? Okay, so you have this ship has an FTL rating of 8, so it takes 8 days to travel 1
for one
parsec.
parsec.
So then multiply the number of days per parsec by the number of parsecs. So I said 15, so 15 times 8 is how many days it's going to take. And let me pull up what the fuck that would actually be, because I don't know.
120.
Large enough.
So 4 months, right?
Yep. 15 times 8 is 120, so 4 months. So I will, hours, so months. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good thing the calendar can go by months. So okay, set that back to days. So yeah, you reach Skyfire Down. You know, the crew. You're woken up from hypersleep automatically, and you're able to have like a basically a meal on the house, because as far as the crew of the ship knows that you're legitimate personnel.
Mhm.
And they do try to strike up a conversation with you, where the woman, the pilot that was originally kind of questioning you guys initially says, "So, where are you folks transferring from? You all traveling together, or were you at different postings?"
I'm from an entirely different posting. I haven't. Granted, I met these guys for maybe 5-10 minutes, but that's about it. And I give like the research center that I was posted as a guard for, you know, uh, being summarily discharged.
Okay. Um, pilot kind of says, I haven't heard of that one. Must be pretty remote."
Yeah, I got into a little bit of trouble. Got sent there because of the issues, and then yeah, they're like, okay, you finally got your act together. You can move on now.
I have a question for Dave.
Yes.
So are you like pure on like like full on Michael Fassbender and Prometheus, where you have like blonde hair in that exact hairstyle, or does Dave like cut his hair differently or dye it or anything like that?
So I chose this picture for a reason, because technically, the one in Prometheus, the David, he dyed his hair blonde because of the Lawrence of Arabia thing.
Ah,
So
right.
the Walter ones and the others are kind of default brownish hair. So he has that brownish hairdo there, but he kind of stylizes it in a different-ish way. But um, he well, yeah, depending. I mean, I know the models aren't too common, especially
Right. Well, I'm just trying
in
to see
you.
if like would you have either intentionally for this particular operation or just in the past like kind of altered your appearance a bit so it's not so it's much less common. Like it would be much harder to detect that you're a David android.
I feel like a mustache would do you a lot of good.
I mean, I don't think he can actually grow a mustache.
Well, yeah, but you just like
Stick one, yeah.
yeah.
He probably wears like hoodies or something when he's trying to be less all into it, and he does probably some weird ass accents. Maybe maybe actually Fassbender's a native Irish, which is why in the bar thing that
Oh,
I did that firstly.
Why,
oh,
why,
hoity
why am I
toity.
imagine? Why am I imagining him putting on a fake mustache and everybody just doesn't recognize him like Superman
Well, it's
with
a good thing he doesn't have a
sunglasses?
mustache because, like if you're posing as military, that'd be against regulations.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but
probably get away with something, you know.
yeah, I mean,
Dave
true. I mean,
just
because
kind
even
of
even in Aliens, many of the Marines had very, at least by modern, at least at the time, modern military standards, they had like, um, haircuts that were not regulation length. I mean,
yeah,
some of them
little
did,
loosey
but
goosey.
others didn't.
Probably
Um,
also a degree of like your posting and how much they actually give a
yeah,
fuck.
that's true. Because I mean, hell, even the Colonial Marines, like fun fact, you know, the amount of Marines that have personalized markings on their armor, um, it's against regulations, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get away with a whole hell of a lot more if you're like in the shit.
Pretty much. Like, I mean, it depends on the markings, because apparently, I think in the novelization of Aliens, like one of the sort of background Marines from Aliens, Crow, had like a full color illustration of his girlfriend on his armor, and Apone made him remove it because he's like, that's too much even for this unit.
Next time
Um,
you should do it on the inside of the armor, so Ipone doesn't see it.
yeah, but then he wouldn't see it either. So, um,
Yeah,
but
so basically, Dave, he hasn't had much of the situations where people actually recognize his model outside of, his history when he was among the UPP. But outside of that, he hasn't had too much situations. So until that happens, he's only subtly like when he's not in military uniform, he's kind of wearing a hoodie, half-assed, doing accent, and just being
right. Well, I
being
mean, and also just so you know, because I don't
humanish.
think I covered in the recap that after the assault on the relay station, that you all secured military uniforms, armor, and weapons. So you're not wearing your own clothes, you're wearing disguises. Like all of your actual like clothes and
Yeah.
gear are being held by the Flawed Squad.
Yeah.
Which is good
So would
because
it
I
be
mean nobody really expects a David model synth, much less one in Colonial Marine uniforms.
exactly? I mean, if he gets recognized at some point, then after that he'll be thinking about more elaborate disguises. But for now, he's not too worried about it.
Yeah.
But does he? Is he able to stow away his little trank pistol
Yeah.
somewhere if it's small enough? Okay.
Yeah, I'd rule that
I
something
sure
that
hope they
small.
don't do a medical exam.
Um,
Hey,
Before
buddy, you
we-
don't have a heartbeat?
Before we leave the ship, I would like to do something as well.
What would you like to do?
So I would like basically for us to create a distraction, so that we can have a reason why we're gonna need to take longer to get down to the elevator. So what I would like to do is I'd like to sort of go to you know, break into some area of the ship that we normally wouldn't have access to, and like basically like start some kind of emergency, like trigger a fire or something, and then that way, um, we'll have sort of extra time to hack into the security system of the station, and complete our bonus objective, and also do our tampering with the sensor network.
Well, but the problem is that you know you can't hack into the ship, or like you can't hack into the station systems remotely. You'd have to be aboard the station to do that. I don't know if that changes your plan or
I
not.
understand that. So let me explain. So I want to start basically like a minor emergency on the ship, so that we can spend more time on the station, and we can say, hey, we were basically, if someone questions us, someone can lie and say, hey, we were, help dealing with this emergency. We were delayed.
Okay.
So, like, there was an accident, and that's why things are taking so long,
Yes,
etc. So people don't question the
exactly.
irregularities.
Because we need more time. Because you said, um, over Discord, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they'll be suspicious if we take too long on the station. So what I'm trying to do is to create a window where we can spend more time on the station without raising suspicions.
Okay. Are you going to try to trigger, like, have the distraction be timed, or have the distraction take place while you're on the ship, like before you dock?
So I would want it to take place basically as we're leaving. Because obviously, like, I don't. Ideally, I would not be on the ship when we're there or something. But it would be like once we're docked.
All right.
Maybe we could just make a basic kind of mechanical sabotage. Oh, something got fucked up there, and it needs to be fixed before we can proceed.
My thought was like I could hack into some electrical equipment and like have it short out and start a fire, like a small fire that will get
Yeah.
detected and will get suppressed, but it'll just cause a little chaos.
So here's what I'm thinking that this could be kind of interesting is, in terms of what sabotage you could commit, it could actually be used like this ship, like major or minor component damage.
Ooh, yeah.
Now the catch is that, depending on what it is, I might roll for it.
Well,
Like I'll let you
somebody
choose,
could.
like if you
Yeah.
succeed, depending on how well you do, I'll let you choose like major or minor component damage. But the caveat is that I would roll to see what it is.
Okay, I mean, I guess narratively, my thought was I just get into a closet somewhere and like splice together some wires and cause a short.
Right, but it depends on
Like,
what you're trying to short out. Like, I mean, if you cut power to the coffee maker, it's not going to trigger a lockdown.
well, I'm not trying to trigger a lockdown. I'm trying to like start to give us something, an excuse of why it took us longer to get, to report to the space elevator, basically.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying that, like, in terms of,
There's some random variables we can't fully control in
Okay.
yeah,
that sense.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
like you'll,
Sure.
yeah, like what I'll do is, so I will have you roll, Well, first roll mobility to try to sneak into, a restricted area.
Any benefit for this? I'm kind of doing
Can
this.
can he get pluses for us kind of chatting up and distracting the
I mean, if he's doing this
other
during
people?
during breakfast, sure.
I can be very distracting.
Yeah. So Artyom, if you want to give a do a manipulation roll, for a sort of performer-like effect.
Okay, important question. So, there's like been, UPP wars with the,
United
you know,
Americas.
yeah. So did the United Americas like conquer any planets, any populated
Um,
places?
Isn't it still ongoing? Well, we
yeah, the Frontier War is still ongoing. Like, there's an active fucking war going on right now.
yeah, you're gonna have to be doing your best American accent. So, Artie, you're not Artyom, you're Arthur
Yeah.
Artie.
Uh, yes, I'm. Hello. I'm American.
I'm
How
your
do
man,
you
sir.
do? Oh boy. Okay.
I could
Oh
just smell the
geez.
stars and stripes coming out of your armpits, man.
Yeah, yes. Uh, American deodorant, which is where I'm from, is not good.
It smells more of lead, but
Okay. So what? Just a manipulation?
Yeah,
Okay.
manipulation.
Do I still have tunnel vision? I don't remember when I picked that up.
You would have your all your guys' conditions would be removed.
Okay, cool.
yeah,
It
and
was a
zero
very
stress.
non-stressful breakfast. I'm about to change that.
Dave's
Ah,
relatively an
rats.
Irishman, so I could always create a scene.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So I will say that Jack gets a +2 to sneak away. All right, good. That's all you need. So you, um, you know, maybe expose, like, excuse yourself to, go to like take like a bio break or whatever, or, go get something out of your locker, yada, yada, yada. Whatever alibi you give, you're able to, sneak over to whatever part of the ship that you want to go to. Like maybe you could, I mean, you could potentially, go to the bridge because nobody's there, or you could go to a different part of the ship.
Yeah, I would want to go to some like the whole thing is I'm trying to make it look like an accident.
Yeah,
Like something just shorted out.
right.
So yeah,
So,
some like storage closet or something.
okay, so,
Clog up the toilets.
so in this case, roll Comtech. Um, no modifiers that I can think of, at least situational. And then depending on how many successes you get, will determine if you can do, I mean, your choice of major or minor, or potentially both. Because what I'll say is that for one success, you can cause one minor component damage. If you get two successes, you can do major component, and you can potentially do that as many times as you have successes. So you could have, like, if you had like 4 successes, you could do 2 minor, 1 major, or 2 major, or 4 minor, etc. So
You should probably do your best to make it look like it's not sabotage.
Right.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
cover
So I'm gonna use
cover.
my electronic tools. That gives me
Yep.
a +1.
For tampering with electronics.
And let me roll.
Okay. You want to
So
push?
I'll want to cover my tracks
Okay.
definitely.
Nice.
Are you going to push for extra successes?
Uh, yeah, because I guess like
Yeah.
you're saying like a major one would be more useful.
Well, I mean, not necessarily more useful, but it's up to you if you want to potentially cause a bigger distraction, so to speak. So I guess in that case, yeah, it would be more useful to have something that's like more of a serious issue that needs fixing. Okay. Oh, 3
Nice.
successes. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you're using 1 to cover your tracks, so that leaves you with 4 overall. So how do you want to spend those?
Well, I guess it's like I don't want to blow up the ship or something. It's like a major thing could be like
A
ruptured fuel
reactor
line or
breach,
something,
yeah.
right? So
Well, what I'll say is if it's blow up the ship, I will re-roll that one.
okay. So like maybe like I short out some electrical system. Let's say that there's 1 major and 2 minor ones.
Okay, 1 major, 2 minor. So I will roll on
Like an
the.
order at McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm
One
not
major, two
trying to
minor,
like
coming right up.
have this thing go nuclear as we're attached to the station.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like I said, I will re-roll if that one comes up. So, where is evolved?
And also the other thing is, and before you roll anything, I would want it to be delayed. So I'm not trying to have it literally happen right now. Like I'm trying to set it up to fail a little bit later, so it's not obvious that I caused it.
Okay.
That
So
maybe
let's see.
makes sense for
So,
the covering tracks.
space. Okay, so 2 minor, 1 major. So, all right, I'll roll for minor component first. Okay. That'll be interesting.
So maybe we say, okay, I think I have an idea for this. So maybe we say, so like, are we docked at this point, or are we
You're doing this
going in?
while everybody is having breakfast. So
Okay,
maybe
but
if you
the
want, it could
actual
be like a
effects don't
docking
happen yet.
accident or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think that makes sense. Like, as we dock, something happens where we dock, but like the ship shakes and like something falls on a guy.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll get to that one in just a sec. So I'll draw another one. um, the ship does not have any weapons, so I will re-roll that one. Okay. The sensors malfunction. That makes more sense. And then for major component damage,
Actually, oh, I have an idea. So what we can say narratively is, as we're going into dock and we hook up with the umbilical cord, the sensors to do the like docking malfunction, it's rougher than normal, and like a piece of
Yeah.
equipment in the bridge
I
hits a
love it.
guy.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, and then major component damage, like I said, if it's detonation, I'll re-roll. Oh, that that works even better.
Speak of the devil.
Okay,
Everybody evac.
so yeah, so basically, here's the way I'm imagining it. It's like you kind of in reverse order. So you sabotage like the reactor. So it like as you're docking, like you trigger the or you either set it on timer or you trigger it remotely, but it basically like the ship suddenly loses all propulsion and is like spiraling out of control towards the station. Um, and the sensor equipment is damaged in the crash, and then maybe during the crash the crew member is injured. So this is going to be a very interesting scene. So you do all this, and then you come back to the galley just as everybody else is. They finish their meals, they're putting up their trays, and then the captain, she says, you get all your equipment. We're due to dock in T minus 10.
Understood.
So, um, so everybody's getting geared up. If you guys want to have any private conversations, mainly Jack, letting everybody else know what you just did, um, that you have the opportunity to do so without drawing suspicion.
Question: do I know what I did, or did I like?
I
Did I
hope
specifically know
so.
that I sabotaged the reactor? Because I don't think I would have intentionally done that.
That seems like maybe
Yeah,
a
it's like
bad
overly
choice.
ambitious. It's like, hey,
Yeah, in your case,
I
I
wonder
think
what
Don't
the
worry,
choir
guys. I
does.
sabotaged the ship. We're
you know
all
what?
gonna explode.
You know what I will say? I will say, as a character thing, I did intentionally sabotage the reactor. I basically introduced a short or something into the electrical system that screwed up something with the reactor, and I just want to, Jack just wants to live dangerously. He's like,
Okay.
in for a penny, in for a pound, we'll say.
So, yeah, it's
The
a case
fuck
of like,
is
hey,
that?
Jack, where you been? It's like, well, not much. I just sabotaged the reactor.
No, I'll just be like, yeah, just, getting us some extra time. Buying us some extra time. Don't
Um, so, the, yeah, like, so basically cutting forward to I mean, unless there are any other conversations you guys want to have.
Not really for
Okay.
now.
So, um, yeah, cutting ahead to the docking procedure, all the, you know, you guys, I mean, it's up to you if you want to be on the bridge or not, but, um, the,
The advice was vague as fuck, so Dave doesn't know what's going on. He'll be at the bridge, like, admiring the view, mingling with the people.
so, yeah, what happens is that, the captain, the ship, like the station, hails, the ship, and the captain says, this is um, Captain Shelby Bragg of the USCSS Season of Giving, requesting permission to dock. We are bringing supplies and personnel transfers, and the the guy, it's like copy that, and that is when the sabotage kicks off, where suddenly the ship lurches, and the captain, she's like, Davis, what the fuck are you doing? And well, actually, no, the captain was the pilot, or was the captain the pilot? I don't know. I'll say the captain was not the pilot, but the pilot, she's like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, sir, I've lost, or ma'am, I've lost control. And she, quickly gets back on the comm, reports that to the station. Um, the ship's starting to lurch a bit while still going at full speed. Um, and I would say all the human PCs, even Jack, you're going to take a point of stress for this, because it's like you were like, I mean, Jack, even in your case, you were expecting it, but you weren't expecting to be this sudden, and you also realized, maybe my life is in danger now. So,
Hmm.
Even Dave has a look on his face like, what the fuck
so there are
is going
alarms
on?
Uh-oh.
blaring in the ship, and the like in terms of the how the whatchamacallit, so the crew injury, basically like the ship, finally, inevitably, I mean, it doesn't go full on like Prometheus ramming the Juggernaut level collision, but it definitely strikes uh, the station pretty hard, and a crew member is hurt. I will roll 6 dB or slash R66. Um, Well, crew member takes 1 point damage. What I'll say is like a pipe from the pressure like bursts and like hot steam gets like sprayed on a guy's face, and you hear him just scream out in agony. Um, and by the time the incident is
Dear
over,
Lord,
the
what did you do?
so the ship is just kind of, it's not lodged in the station. Um, there are definitely corpses drifting by. Um,
Oh,
the
Jesus.
Yeah, the ship is just kind of drifting, like floating around next to the station, and alarms are still blaring through the ship. Um, and I'm going to give Jack. I'm going to give you a story point for all of that because it's like Beavis and Butthead, do the universe where they fuck up the space mission. Um, so that
Jesus, Mother
happens.
Mary.
Um, so the captain, Bragg, she, after, she does, well, she first of all does like a damage assessment. Um, well, not only just checking on the one guy who was injured, but also seeing, if the bridge crew is okay, orders the engineers to do an immediate damage assessment, and then she actually runs out of the bridge and goes to check on you guys and says, "Are you all right?"
In one piece, but what the fuck was that? Where did they learn to drive?
And she says that I'm not sure what the fuck just happened. I'm going to have our engineers do um, a damage assessment. Um, in the
Is everyone
meantime,
alive?
in case it's a problem with the reactor, which ironically she doesn't realize that is exactly the case. She says, drop shuttle will be coming to evacuate all of us, including you, and bring you to the station. And then once the cargo has been shuttled aboard the station, then you're clear for transfer down to Skyfire Down. And also, hi,
I
Emily.
thought
Hello. Apologies for being
Hello.
late.
No
Let me
worries.
get logged into the
So in terms of what
foundry.
you just missed, you
Hello.
remember we watched Beavis and Butthead do the universe when they like fucked up the space mission?
Oh no.
Jack just did that to the ship that you guys were on.
Of course.
killer start.
I mean, the party needed a distraction, and he did it like very he did it very well because basically like so
Very distracting.
he caused the
Right.
reactor to malfunction, and then the ship basically as it was docking with the station spiraled out of control, crashed into the station, and one of the crew members was injured. So there's radiation leaking from the reactor, and the captain she says it's time to the drop shuttle, like, because I would assume there would probably be a drop shuttle aboard the Season of Giving. So she says, everybody report to the hangar. We're going to get the hell off this ship before something really bad happens. So
Just have to change my pants. God damn it.
so all you are kind of ushered to the shuttle bay. Wait, what?
Oh my goodness.
What did you say?
I
They
walk into fucking craziness.
they just went out. I need to change his pants.
Yes, exactly, Magus.
If if David was capable of shitting his pants, they would be shitted.
Well, he would have asked for Artie, but allegedly they don't know each other, so he's taking on the responsibility of.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
sorting.
Yeah, our RTM would be in serious trouble because you guys didn't bring the diapers.
Oh
I
my
wanted to
god,
ask,
not
did you
this
need any?
again.
But not. They don't know each other, so Dave's going for some of his own.
Hmm. He's got your own personal stash.
He's just changing his pants after all of this.
Yeah, so the five of you as well as the ship crew are all pun intended shuttle aboard the drop shuttle and flown to the orbital station where hold on I'll stop wandering around as I talk, but where is the map? So yeah, I mean, and also Emily, like I said to everybody else, like we're just reusing this map because I think the layout kind of makes sense. So you all are here, and
Okay.
when you get aboard, yes, when you get aboard the station, you definitely notice that there are quite a few guards in the hangar. They don't look like they're waiting to ambush you. That it's just that you can infer that with this being the only way aboard a ship to escape the planet, this place would naturally be under very heavy guard, or this station rather, and the planet. But so there are a bunch of guards in the hangar, and there's like a deck officer, flanked by two guards. I mean, I don't have the tokens on the map because it's just something I made up on the fly. But the deck officer, approaches the captain. The captain, she salutes the guy, and he says, what the hell happened out there, Captain? And they get in a brief conversation, and the officer then looks at you guys and he says, are these the Marines who were going to be transferred? And she says, yes, sir, but our cargo is not aboard the station, it's still aboard the Season of Giving. And he says, um, well, due to the time it'll take and the logistical strain, we're going to have to wait until the cargo is aboard the station. So he looks to the five of you and he says, until you have until the cargo is aboard. Once the cargo is aboard, report to the space elevator. Until then, um, you have access to the basically like rec center and the barracks if you want to try to get some rest. And he says that it would probably be a few hours collectively to both do a damage assessment and repair the Season of Giving, as well as to get all the cargo off the ship. I mean, assuming the ship doesn't explode, but
Fucking lovely. We're getting a delay from our already long supposed trip. I was not really expecting to.
And the guy says, "Quit your belly aching, Marine. You just came out of cryo." It says now it's like all of you report to the barracks, and the captain, brags. She kind of looks to you and just sort of like nods her head to the side. Kind of like better do what he says.
Sir, yes, sir.
So yeah, you guys are the captain follows the deck officer to presumably go report to the command center. And like basically she goes down past the like the space elevators sort of block, like down like this hallway, I guess. Um, so you are left to your own devices in the docking bay. Where are you going?
So where does Jack need to go?
Yeah, just to remind everyone. First off, I posted a lore accurate picture of the collision in
I
the
saw
Discord.
that in Discord, yeah.
Oh boy.
And then I also saw the GIF you posted in Foundry.
Lore accurate collision.
Anyway, so I just remind everyone there's two things we need to do on the station before we leave. First, we need to complete the bonus objective, which is to get the steal the spaceship, the spaceship plans or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
military
two,
ship schematics.
yes, and then number two, we want to set up like a remote disabling of the sensor net, so that if shit goes down on the planet and we need to escape, we can sort of disable the sensor net, so the ship from our friends can sort of land on the planet and get us out without getting blown up, basically.
Not getting blown up sounds like a good idea. I'm with you on that.
Yes. So I guess my question to you is, to our GM, is are we literally just going to sneak into the same computer room again, or
For
do
simplicity,
we
yes.
want to?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Am I
Well,
gonna have to
now the catch is that
distract someone in the
that wouldn't
bathroom
be the
again?
same compute. Well, I would say your objectives differ depending on so the computer room for the ship schematics, but to disable the sensors, it would be from one of the like communication, one of the like desks.
A similar area, okay. So the rest of us, I imagine, will be in that block somewhere on the crossroads and corners, just making sure to, keep an eye on things and block people with our casual charm while while our key player does what is needed.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
So if we're over in the control station area, I mean, seeing as that ship thing just happened, I think it'd be funny to just walk in there and be like, yeah, so I mean that reactor leak, that's probably bathing this area in radiation, right? Like this whole area, this whole control station area, these guys are going to be cooked. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I hope it
shouldn't
doesn't
stick
reach it
around in
there.
here. It's just like very loudly
spreading rumors of
make sure that that's
paranoia and
overheard by everyone in the area. Maybe they decide, this is a good time to take my lunch break.
So we'll see how far you get with that, because
I have a different idea. We can maybe discuss or choose between them.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thought is, so sneaking the computer room, we can kind of do something similar to what we did last time. Maybe create a distraction to me go in. But if I'm actually working on the computer terminal like in public, then I need cover of like why I would be doing that. So my thought is somebody can like role play being like a sergeant or something and basically berating me for screwing something up and ordering me to like, fix whatever document or something. Hey, get on the computer, go fix it right now. I'm tired of this. Stop screwing up. Something like that.
You've been demoted to
Mhm.
desk
Oh, so
jockey,
do
Marine.
Check if
you
the
want someone to
station
do their
systems
best
are all
Gunny,
okay.
Gunny
You didn't put
Hornist
in your
impression?
time
I
sheets or
see.
whatever. Something.
Oh man, what's the line from, I think it was like Fallout 2, where you're like sneaking onto the Enclave base and the drill sergeant is like,
Oh, the guy who screams at you for not being in
yeah,
power armor. Like,
for not,
where's your power armor, maggot?
yeah,
Like that type of thing.
What?
you lost your advanced power armor Mark III model with an estimated value of $2.4 million. You will have to remain in this man's army for 3,000 years to pay that off.
Let me see if I can find a clip on
Yeah,
YouTube of it, because it's quite like a tirade.
I know
It's
I'm
just
bungling
like
it, but
really,
that's
really
such a
fucking funny.
classic.
So,
Yeah, we can try something like that, but we have to hope that at the direct area there's not other people, or just hope that
Yeah.
I
I really
guess
hope those aren't
Artyom
like
is so
assigned
convincing.
control seats.
Okay, well, that's my thought. Is like if you act like you're ordering me to do it, then
Yeah.
you could be like, hey, just go do this real quick, fix this thing, and then we'll go back to business.
You could say because of the accident that you've been ordered to come and help and fix things, etc., to assess the damage or whatever, or communicate with, I don't know,
Yeah.
who the fuck ever, Skyfire Down
Scan the
there, and
ship or
just,
something.
Yeah, scan for. Oh, we could combine it. We could be like, you're ordering me to do a scan for radiation.
And then, hey, maybe there's like a specific scanner array terminal you got to get on, and
Right, I would have to access, if I'm using the sensor network to scan for radiation. First, that's putting everyone on nerves, right? So maybe it's easier for us to convince them to let us do it. And then two, I'd have to use the same system to disable the sensor net because I'd be using the sensors.
yeah, sounds perfect.
Okay. So if that's the plan, you guys do have, both due to the orders you were given, and then your, um, your clearance, you do have fairly free reign of the station. So you can,
nice.
um, like I'll move your tokens down like this way. Oh, I wasn't meaning to move the two NPCs, but I'll just hide their tokens. Oh, or just remove. Oh, I didn't mean to combat state. Did that, so they're irrelevant. As you are passing through, you definitely notice that this place is definitely very heavily guarded. Um,
Mm.
like for reasons I stated prior. Due to the fact that the station is literally connected to a space elevator above a massive penal colony, they need the place on high alert or heavily fortified. Um, and in terms of activity, you definitely see that this is a very busy place. There are staff in like basically like fleet uniforms, kind of hustling back and forth. There are some civilian workers there. Like it's not like everybody's in military, you know, uniform. Um, so as I understand it, that RTM is going to, yeah, good idea. That RTM is going to, um, impersonate the legacy of a certain drill sergeant in terms of, bossing out, like barking out orders um, to Jack. Optionally scratch, shouting like, "Don't be scared of failure. Be more scared of me if you don't snap this shit out." Um, but
Don't be scared of
You can call
radiation.
me
Be more
Private
scared of
Pile if you
me.
want.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Oh
I'm
God.
sure you've seen that movie and know how that ends. I'd like to avoid that part.
Really least that section of the movie.
Yeah, well, then basically,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll know
then
how that ends.
Well, just don't push me too far. You took it too far.
well, no, here's what's going to happen is that, RTM like gets too into his like drill instructor persona and is like bossing Jack around for the entire campaign, and then Jack has like a mental breakdown and kills him. He
Technically,
basically becomes like the equivalent of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, where he's just so in character he refuses to break character.
Believe
And
me,
he
Jack
becomes-
does not need a mental breakdown
Yeah,
to
he
murder
RTM
a
becomes
party
the
member.
Horgust
I have
of,
merciless.
yeah, okay. So anyway, jokes aside, so yeah, like okay, so for Kelly, Dave, and Tobiah, where are the three you going to be?
I imagine
Blitz.
we can be
Blitz, that's
somewhere
actually me on the
here.
computer terminal.
God.
I imagine we can be maybe somewhere here, so we can be like the plan B of plan. Yeah, since the
Okay.
plan A is to
So
have the
you're
commanding
just
things.
chatting and
Basically, if shit goes sideways, if they're starting to notice, Dave can make a scene, be like paranoid. Oh, the reactor, the radiation, the ship's gonna
so
blow.
you
We're all gonna
basically are the
die.
three of you going to be having a conversation about that, where people can hear you?
For now, subtly, but if
Okay.
shit starts going sideways, he's going to make a scene like he needs to be, calmed down, and everybody looks at them.
I'm suddenly very concerned about
jeez.
your character, Megas. Like, knowing that you made the comment it wouldn't take much for Jack to snap, I'm very concerned.
I would just remind everyone, we are role playing as violent criminals.
Yes.
This is true.
That is
This is
correct.
true.
That is true.
We're not exactly, the local book club.
I put that
People with strong moral values need not apply.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
We haven't proven ourselves.
We actually just came here from Bible study.
Inspired by Old Testament.
So yeah. So basically, you would see, because these things are marked in like, the same.
Hold on. We're bad guys, but we're not like Catholic Church bad guys.
So to give you like a layout of the functions, because I know they're not labeled. So like this control station over here would monitor sensors. And you see that 2 of the 3 seats are occupied, but this one is not. So what is Drill Sergeant RTM's dialogue to Jack?
All right.
Popcorn out, people.
All right, Maggot. You're gonna scan for that damn radiation now. Get moving. I'm gonna like smack the top of his head.
Our lives are depending upon you, maggot.
You are the most important maggot on this entire station. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Sergeant.
Now get to it.
I'm like a nervous, squeaky voice. I'm like, yes, Sergeant. Jack canonically is like a smaller guy.
Yes.
I believe that's part of my.
Okay, so
If any of the other contexts that look at you,
yeah, no, like
Artyom
everybody
being like,
in this
"What
half of the
fuck are you looking at
fucking
me?"
sector is watching this scene, and like you can like Artyom, like you can look and you see like these guys at the door, like you don't hear what they're saying, but they're like, one guy like whispers something to his friend and kind of like gestures with his thumb at you, and the other guy starts laughing.
What's so fucking funny?
And these other guys next to me like look over at me, and then Artyom's like, keep your eyes on your goddamn screens.
Yeah, they just kind of like they quickly shake a little and they flinch and they look down.
Is something amusing to you?
The guard that pointed his thumb at me, I'm gonna look over my shoulder like I could sense him doing that. And I'm just gonna stare him down for a moment. and get back to breathing over Private Pyle's shoulder here.
No, Artyom like hears this, turns around.
Yeah, like a fucking owl just.
Yeah, pretty much. You want to repeat that again, Marine?
How dare you?
You
Double
think that's
dare you,
funny?
mother-
Why don't you share with the class? But anyway, so Jack, so this station, you actually see that, like it's powered on, but you do see that it is assigned to somebody, and it is currently like like with like Windows, how you can like hit like WinL to like screen lock and have to log back in. So, do a ComTech roll to try to crack into the computer, and this is obviously for the sensors, not the ship schematics.
Sure. Am I able
One,
to
two, three,
bring my
four,
equipment
certainly.
here or
Bring your
not?
what?
I mean, I have the tools and I have the diagnostic device.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
like
if I
that stuff is used by the Marines, so you could bring that with you.
okay, I guess I would use the diagnostic device.
Okay, I assume you
Nice.
cover your tracks.
Yeah, cover my tracks and maybe yeah, get like extra information or something. Or can I do something that would make it easier for me to get to where I need to get to for the to get the schematics?
Um, I'm not against the idea, but I can't think of any examples of how that would apply. So depending on what you can
Like
come
maybe I can remotely unlock the door or something.
up.
Evac alarm somewhere?
What?
Well, where do I need to go to get the schematics? I thought we
The
said the
same.
computer room.
Well, it's in the servers. The same room that you were in
Oh,
last session.
okay. Then yeah, then I'll just get extra information then.
Um, because I mean it is a sensor network rather than a I mean, I would say in terms of extra information, you could maybe with the sensors, you could detect how many ships are here and like what classes they are. So you
That
can
would
get an
still
accurate
be
head count
useful
of
info.
what?
That would still be good info.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean maybe
worth
that
something.
information is valuable on its own.
Yep. So you could basically give a like you can get an exact readout of like what the Skyfire Down like orbital garrison looks like, like how many ships are present in station. You can download that information so you have that at your leisure.
Actually, I'm gonna DM you something real quick.
Sure.
Who?
Oh. Whoa, mama.
Meanwhile, Dave is just considering his plan. Well, it's not even B or C or whatever D, but if all shit goes to hell, Berserker Dart on Tobiah. We could have some fun times. Oh, the radiation's got to him.
Did you
Okay.
smuggle your I hope you didn't smuggle your dart pistol with you,
He did.
Dave.
You
Oh,
think that
Jesus
I would depart
Christ.
with that? I sleep with that thing.
Okay, so I have successfully accessed the required information. I've set up the remote trigger where we can turn off the sensor network. I could put it into like reboot mode or something like that.
Yep.
And I've covered my tracks, so we're good to go.
Yeah. And then you
And I'm
obviously got
like
the
in
extra.
character. I'm like, done, Sergeant. Scan complete. I'll give you the results.
So what I'll do, yeah, it's like Forrest Gump, done, drill sergeant. So, uh,
Man, went from Private Pile to Forrest Gump in no time. Is that a promotion?
Sure sounds like it.
okay. So you're able to get up from the computer. Are you going to cover your tracks? Well, yeah, you covered your tracks in the sense of like nobody knows that you did the like shenanigans. I'm just referring to like, do you leave everything exactly as you left it?
Yeah, I would log back out.
All right. Okay. So you get up. So that's been done. You report back to Drill Sergeant Artyom.
I make a big show of like handing him the the report or whatever.
Yeah. Then you like stand at attention, waiting for orders.
This is excellent news, Maggot. We're not gonna die.
Well, you might, but I'm not.
Oh, God. Yeah, and you even hear some of um, like there are even some Marines there who are like, oh.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, you guys
I'm just
laugh.
gonna put my arm over his shoulder, like, you know what? You're lucky I'm in a good mood, maggot.
I might just promote you from maggot to fly.
And then we're gonna get out of here. Is that the right idea?
Well, no, you need to go here to get the
Oh,
starship
yeah.
schematics.
All
You
right.
could maybe you could maybe say that you wanna whip his ass in private, so you're going into a room for that. I don't know.
Why
I
do you
don't know
whip his
about that.
ass in
Sounds a
private?
little.
You made a
That's
show of
interesting.
congratulating him.
Yeah. I'm
Wants to
gonna
whip my
say.
ass in private.
Yeah. No, definitely not. I think I might have been. I was hoping nobody else would catch that. I'm
I'm
glad
picking
I
up what
didn't
you're
say
putting
it,
down.
though. That wasn't my idea. But yeah,
Whenever
you
you
know
see
what?
action.
All right, maggot. You're gonna go. You're gonna go double check those reports. Make sure that the computers line up with that.
I put that out of
Um,
context.
hmm. I never said that. I never said that. That is a misquote. I did not say that. Somebody else said that.
Oh, who said it?
I don't know, but it wasn't me. And I'm
it was
being dead
Dave.
serious. Was it? Was it? Okay. Okay, you fix that right now then.
Who said it?
It was I. I gave
Yeah, well,
a
now,
fun
now
suggestion.
who said that? Who the fuck said that?
Hmm. Oh, Private Joker, was that you?
I think it's even funnier if you put my quote also that, like, you want to whip my ass in private? Question.
Uh,
Oh, God.
Arkin will be watching over his shoulder very closely.
Oh, wait, actually, what we'll do is we'll just combine that. Okay. Anyway.
Oh god, that's so fucking funny.
Oh, Jesus. What's with all the working jokes? Anyway. So now the problem for Jack is this time, unlike the other station, if you go across here, you're at risk of these Marines noticing you. And the problem is there isn't real, like, this is basically a dead, like, down this corridor is a dead end, so.
yeah, so that's why I was like, you're gonna double check those scans with the computers. These are just Marines. They don't fucking know any better.
Well, hold on. I thought we had said I got both things that I needed to get done at the computer terminal.
You did.
I
Now the
don't need to go
computer
to the computer
room
room.
Well, hold
for
on.
the
Like I said, the
schematics, right?
ship schematics are here. This is here. These are two, like, separate things. Like, basically, your initial success, so you got 3 successes. Your initial success was you, obviously you got in and you did what you needed to do at that station. Extra success, you got information about, the fleet layout and stuff, like valuable military information. And then the third success, you covered your tracks.
Okay. I thought I had specifically asked that whether the schematics were also on that station. And I thought you
No,
said
that's
yes.
it's
So,
explicitly a sensor station. The server room has
Okay.
all the
Yeah.
schematics.
We got like a scan of the station and how many ships are here, which is still
Yeah.
that's still good info. That's
Yeah, it could be
if
valuable
we
to the
get
right
the
bidder.
schematics and that, then we'll have extra
Right.
on
Okay.
top of.
So, Sergeant, you will need to help me talk my way past into the
Yeah.
computer room.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Distraction.
I'm gonna loudly yell that you're gonna double check those scans with the computers and I'm just gonna follow you over there, I guess. I think that's pretty convincing. The thing is, right? If you get this far in and nobody's questioned you, the odds that someone's gonna question you now are pretty fucking low.
Well, I will say this. These Marines down here, one of them says up to Artyom, saying like, "Yo, hey, whoa, 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 what are you?" And he steps forward. What are you two doing?
I don't know if you noticed, Private, but there was a bit of a fender bender outside the station.
I
All
just
right.
noticed something.
Oh god, what?
I'll
Now
DM it to you.
Okay.
we just took a scan of that accident, and we're going to double check to make sure that it's right. Because if it's wrong, you die of radiation poisoning. Do you understand?
And he says, very good point. Instead of private, he says, well, with all due respect, Sergeant, it's corporal. and um, and also, he seems kind of flustered. Do a manipulation roll against this guy to not press it further. You get a plus, I'd say a +2.
Oh, +2?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Corporal, if you ever want to be Lance Corporal one day and not an irradiated pile of blobby meat, I suggest you let me
Lance
do this.
Corporal's a demotion.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so, and I'll just,
Is it an opposed roll?
yes.
Okay, in that case, I do want to push, which would be that. Oh,
Okay.
plus one more.
Yeah,
Yep.
2d6. Or actually, it would just
I
be
would
one.
argue in character that if the sergeant is kind of freaking out,
It's just a
it
corporal.
helps enhance the argument, right? Because
Yeah,
he's
that's why I gave him a
Yeah.
+2 because he outranks
Like,
the.
as I'm going on, my voice becomes like a little bit more stressed.
no, I'm saying the panic response, like the fact that he's like getting panicked,
Yeah, a little frantic.
like that reinforces the fact that this is
Yeah.
like an emergency.
Okay, so I'll roll. He only got one success, so you definitely
Yeah.
succeeded getting him to
Still,
fucking
I
oh
struck
back
the
off.
fear of God into this fool.
Yeah, he just says, very, very well, Sergeant. I won't bother you two any further. And he returns to his post.
Lore accurate, most charismatic Marine.
You're
Was
gonna
that
be a private pile on the floor of goo.
Say most empathetic Marine.
Where's the hold on, where is it? Here's this line. This is probably, what the RTM really shouts to get him back off, and I just have like an MP3 of it on my soundboard. Posting it Underworld.
Yeah, that's the proper response.
Yeah. So
That's textbook.
yeah, so yeah, so you managed to coerce another enlisted man. So you're obviously picking on Private Pile here, and you get Private Cowboy to fuck off. So you enter the computer room. There are workers, like not actual Marines, just like either civilian or like fleet workers who are at these computers. They turn around and they see Artyom and say, "Were either of you the guy that we heard shouting at the top of his lungs outside?"
These are civilian contractors. I have to be polite. Uh, uh, that would be me.
And they're like, "Okay," and they don't push it further because they heard how loud you were yelling.
They heard radiation. They heard a little bit of panic. They heard um, some loud yelling.
In space, everyone can hear you scream.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to do my comtech
Yep.
now.
Yep.
RDM, are you able to assist me at all? Do you have comtech?
What? What?
Probably not.
That would be a surprise. Plot twist.
I don't know, might have a point. I was just wondering.
Maybe I can cheer you on.
Okay, so I'll do a comtech +2.
You know what? Just this one time, because of how he's been playing the whole drill sergeant act, I will say, Artem, if you want to do one field commander action to boost him, you can. You're going to be screaming at him again.
That's because Jack feels like he's in combat.
I'm in mental combat.
Yeah.
All right, so Artem, if you want to do field commander roll.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Cool.
read too much into it. It's just a one-time thing. So.
You got me.
Jesus. Are you going to
Nice.
push, or do you want to keep it?
Oh, of course I'm gonna push.
Oh no!
No more pushing for you.
Man, good thing I got nap relief, huh?
Yep. So
Well-
okay, so Jack gets a +3 on top of. So what are you telling him? Artem?
I don't see the result of the second roll. How many did you
Um,
get successes on it?
No, actually, I got 2 stress dice
Oh,
and
okay.
nothing else.
I basically get a +5. Okay.
No, like the bad stress dice.
Yeah, but it's talking about his own device.
Yeah, he has.
so
Oh, I
that
got you.
helps.
+3.
Not
Nice.
It is not rolling for me. Let me log back
we
in.
see
Yeah,
it.
I see your
We
rolls.
see it, though.
Oh, okay. It logged me out or something.
But you have 3 successes total with your push.
Okay, then I'm basically doing the exact same thing I did last time. You know, cover my
Stunt,
tracks,
extra
getting the
info,
information.
and then cover. All right. If you have any, like any extra info, I mean, is there anything particular that you can think of that you might find or want?
I'm trying to think. Maybe if I could pull the location where the prisoner that we want is, like if the computer knows where that guy is.
Point.
Unfortunately, no, because the problem is that, like kind of like the sensor, like these, these control stations are compartmentalized.
What were the schematics for specifically that we're looking for?
The schematics you were looking for as a bonus objective are basically military ship schematics, like all the different models of ships used by the United Americas Allied Command. That like all their fleet ships, like with these schematics, you would not only know their sort of weaknesses, but you could also potentially build these ships. That's what Valentina wants them for.
Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe can we get schematics on like a specific weapon or something on top of that?
Yeah, if you want to say you also get schematics for their weapons, you can. Like in addition to the models of ships, also the models of their weapon systems.
Cool.
That seems like a good deal. It's a damn good deal, actually.
Okay. So if you're doing that, then you've done all that you need to do aboard the orbital station. In the meantime, with Kelly, Jack, and Dave, are you doing anything of interest?
We've just heard screaming, but confident screaming. So for now, Dave's just at a normal tone talking about there's so much radiation on that ship. I'm really worried. Are we all going to fucking mutate into bugmen or something? I hope everything's going to be okay.
Sheeple.
Oh, not again.
We did it land recently, so I don't know. I feel like it may be merging with me. I'm not sure if we're all gonna be all right. What about the people on the station? How much can it leak through? It'll get in the water.
If I turned into a sheep person, I'd have to go on the lamb.
So he's basically
God damn it.
chit-chatting nonsense around to
That
keep the
deserves
eyes
to go
on
in
him.
out of quotes. Out of contact quotes. If I turn into a sheep people, I'll go on the lamb.
All right. Was it sheeple or sheep person?
I think he said sheep, but yeah.
Sheeple trademark.
Yeah, that's copyrighted right there. We gotta get that into a brand. Sell merch.
Sheeple.
Mutated sheeple.
All right. So, Drill Sergeant Artyom and Jack make their way back over to you, and I assume, are you going to go to the barracks as you were told?
Yeah, to the barracks.
Okay. So they would have like a reserve, bunk area for like temporary transfers, which is where I'm moving you now. So there's nobody else in here right now. So if you guys want to freely discuss your findings and or activities, you can.
I'm gonna look at Artyom's, or Jack will look at Artyom somewhat concerned and say, "Bro, you need to calm down."
We were hearing you all the way from
My private pile. I
across the
don't believe
hall.
I heard you correctly.
It's all that was a very necessary part of the performance there.
And also, I know it's private joke. I was just making a pun on how Jack was, designated private pile for the sake of that ruse. So,
I must admit, Artyom, you have a knack for these charm approaches. I haven't seen such talent since the MSS. You would have been a fine officer.
Yeah, well, there's a funny story. Yeah.
Funny how?
Well, you piss off the wrong people, and all of a sudden you're sent to an outpost in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, that kind of thing doesn't pay
worse
so
than
well.
Antarctica. You get sent to Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Yeah. One day you're doing great, you're in all these special trainings, and then somebody brings up something you did when you were 17, and it's just a whole thing.
Yes. Rule for thee, not for me, etc. Very common there. But seems you've had quite an interesting set of skills there. But thankfully, you're still able to use on the right side here and help us.
I mean, I don't know if we're on the right side, but we're going to make a lot of money, so
The right side is our side.
that is true.
I just saw the emojis Megas put on the one message. Sorry to interrupt, but
What on the bum slapping? That's me.
no, I'm saying, did you see the emojis that he?
I'll add one on there.
Yeah.
Where? I can't see it.
In the
No, out of context quotes.
Ah. Oh dear Lord.
I mean, at least you've given
Nice.
it seems, as long as you get the consent first, then
Consent in a
this is
safe way.
consensual way.
We're being consistent with the canon here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Storyline developing like no other.
God.
Hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, are you guys going to discuss your actual findings and or like the stuff that Jack was able to do?
So, Jack, I imagine you got everything you need there.
Yes, yes. I got the schematics. I got the. Um, I set up the override. I can disable the sensors anytime. I can, give us a window to escape. And I also was able to pull down some extra information. Um, I know the location of all the patrolling ships in the system. That'll help us escape as well. And we even got some extra weapon schematics. So I think we're up for a larger payday than
Oh,
even we had expected.
I'm gonna be able to shake down Vosk for so much.
That is amazing.
Huh?
What?
Let me guess, John, you had your soundboard set to like a double join.
Yes.
Imagine.
I fucking know it. Anyway. Anyway,
I love
um,
God.
so
I made everybody question, like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, had me going for a second there.
the great Trollinski strikes again. Anyway, so you all get a because I would imagine like a few hours have passed. You get a call over comms. Like basically you were all I mean you don't need. I mean I'm not going to make you pick like alias names that would have been on your
Mhm.
on your cards. Basically like your names are called over the intercom to report to the space elevator immediately. The cargo aboard your ship has been successfully recovered and transferred to the elevator, or like is on its way to the elevator. So
So
we'll
we
make
would
it.
have time to rest and reduce stress.
Yeah, I would say during the time that when you were waiting for the cargo to be delivered, you would have enough time to recover all your stress.
Also have
They
banter
just
just in case.
Yeah, so you
nice.
recover like twice as much stress.
Mhm.
Good strat.
Can we take a short break? Well,
Sure. Like a 5-minute intermission, or
yeah, just a couple minutes. I just get some water.
all right, sure. Yeah, take
You know
5
what? I
minutes.
could use some water too.
All right.
Yeah,
You of the flesh variety that need to stay hydrated. You're not superior like Killian Davy.
I
The
just
worst
had to
part was
put. I had to stitch Kelly back together because she got blown apart.
She spilled her guts out to him.
Yeah,
yes, but
I
she
can get a
can
Quite
get
drink,
it
literally.
glass of
together.
water without getting this ridicule.
We'll see how
Hey,
easy
Kim.
I'll get you back together when you get blown up.
I'll also take a second to simply take a bio break.
All right, so we'll
Except I
reconvene
didn't get blown up, did I?
we'll start again at 2:30. So in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, how about this weather we're having?
Well, I mean, now it's 10 past if you guys are
Smell.
ready to start.
Yeah. The weather smells a bit radioactive, honestly.
I sure hope not.
Ah.
Do you like live on the outskirts of Pripyat in like the 1980s or something?
No, that's where I
Well,
lived.
well, we were both in the UPP military, so I mean, the chances of our canned rations and equipment having some shades of radiation were not zero. So
Yeah, nukes
Yeah.
are somewhat commonly used in this setting. So anyway, so you guys are all summoned to
Just
report. Oh,
just before we start, I wanna call attention to the fact if you look at the size of the barracks and like how the beds are grouped, I'm pretty sure that there's less room per person in the barracks than there is in the prison.
I mean
That sounds about right.
That you are
I know what
goddamn
you mean.
right.
I know what you mean.
See, there's like civil rights laws about how big a prison cell has to be, but there's nothing like that for military barracks.
Ah, so that's where they go when they
They
want
get
to
their
have
own
fun
toilet.
time.
This is a
Yeah.
scam.
Um, so anyway, so you guys are summoned to report to the space elevator. The cargo is there. Um, and yeah, you make your way down. The elevator is um reasonably fast. I mean, it's not fast enough to where like you just go zooming down, you're fucking floating. Um, but let me just activate this
Is
map.
it like a few hours or something?
Probably at least an hour. Um,
Please tell me, how is the elevator music? Is it acceptable, or is it just shitty elevator music going on for a
there's no
whole hour?
elevator music.
It's just
Ah,
the Jeopardy tune, like over and over again on loop.
So,
It's Rick Astley's greatest hits.
There's one.
There's one. It's the same song on repeat for an hour.
Hmm.
fucking rickrolled during the entirety of the travel time. God.
Somebody thought they were real fucking funny with that.
So, um, so basically
The
you
warden of this
are,
prison planet's a real sick bastard.
yeah. So you get down to the prison, or to the surface of the planet from the space elevator. There is a, in terms of vehicles, you actually notice there are, what are they? The majority of the transports here are actually surplus UPP Ox HAMPVs, or HAMPVs, HAMPVs, heavy armored multipurpose vehicles. They're the big like armored
ooh.
trucks that are covered in guns. Um,
I used to
and
drive these babies all the time.
So they just, took spoils of war, basically?
well, they are surplus transports are actually sold on the like civilian
Ah,
market and like black market. So um,
I'm sure
they
it's
they
like the
are
real world where like the Soviets and the U.S. just sold military equipment to everyone, right?
oh
Because
Yeah.
there'd
yeah,
be like
yeah,
pretty much
BMPs like everywhere.
because the thing with the Hamp Vs
yeah.
is that they hold I think like 26 people, so they're perfect as prison transports.
Hmm.
Hmm. How convenient. They're perfect for human wave assaults and prison camps.
Yeah, because basically these
It's a real
things have
cheery combo.
all the weapons except for the what is it?
Flammenwerfer?
Yeah, it does not have the flame unit, but it has the Gatling guns and the plasma cannon.
Nice.
So, when you get there, you are, like basically there's a transport that is brought over to take you guys to the um, to the prison complex and or like where all the prisoners are kept. And as you're looking out the window, so basically you see there are two bridge control stations, one on each side, and the bridge like first of all, just to be clear, like the dotted lines are meant to break up zones in case this results in combat.
Mhm.
But the gates, like the thing with the bridge is that it's the only way across a massive ravine. Um, and the bridge, like you notice when you go through like one entrance of the bridge, it actually closes a gate, and then
Mm,
when you travel through this, there's a gate that closes.
okay.
So it's another safety measure to, like if the prisoners somehow get out of the camps, then not only do they have to cross all this open ground, they have to get to a bridge that can just be shut off or like locked off.
They they take their security seriously here.
Yeah. Um, where are the PC tokens? I'll just copy all these. And where is or no Skyfire Down corrections. Um, so I'll just move all the tokens there and kind of space them out a little bit. Um, so um, you are now and the basically the planet. If you want to know what it's like, it's a very desolate, rocky world. Has very smoggy skies. It's a bit hard to breathe, but the air is breathable. Um, it's very brisk temperature wise. Like we're talking less than 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, and this like as you're exploring the camp, it's a vast labyrinth of junkyards, prison camps, workshops, and military barracks, with the unmistakable sense of machine exhaust, oil, burning engines, and such filling your noses. Caravans of prisoners under military escort march down the streets with the occasional Hamphis rumbling along down the roads. And one thing that stands out to you very clearly with these camps is you do see there are a pair of surface to orbit heavy railgun turrets here.
That's something that's going to have to be dealt with if
Yes.
things come to worse. Yeah.
Mhm.
You just hear Tobias like, "Ooh, piece of candy."
It sure is.
How difficult would it be to, instead of like sabotaging and blowing one of those up, to like set them to remotely target the ships in orbit? You know, like the
Um, they are basically they're programmed by design to fire on any ship that does not transmit. Like I mean, they're not the same as the UP BP-33s. They're functionally identical for all intents and purposes, but they basically the way they work is they're programmed to
Mhm.
fire at any ship that does not transmit a friendly code. So like even if a ship um, enters the system, if it isn't like if it's not running dark, and it's not transmitting friendly code, it's going to get shot at.
So
Question though, since Jack got the information about the other ships that are around the station, did he get maybe their codes that we can use to mask our own ship if it needs to come down in that emergency?
Um,
Hypothetically.
the problem is that if you were able to get one of those codes, you would have to transmit it to the flawed squad. Your personal because now the good news is
Yes,
that
yes.
as Hunter told you, she and the boys were tracking the ship that brought you, so they're kind of loitering, running silent in the system. But the problem is that you don't have the range to transmit the codes to them. You would have to
would
get
it
Yeah.
be
access to like a comms tower to do it.
would it be possible to like invert its targeting settings, like make it so that the codes that are set as friendly are like specified as hostile and any unidentified codes are set to friendly,
Uno reverse
you know.
card basically, but
Yeah,
yeah,
just like switch it around.
don't know how tough that would be.
That would be a very difficult comtech roll or heavy machinery, but it could be theoretically possible.
I think it'd be worth trying. Imagine how much dominion we could have over this section of space with that many ships out of action.
The problem is that you have to consider this is that if the moment that railgun turret starts taking shots at the outer rim defense fleet like garrison here, um,
They're gonna know what's going on.
Mm.
they're going to immediately like swarm that fucking tower to get it offline.
Could
Yeah, but just
we
turn it off. Yeah.
could we
I
set
have
it
an
to
idea.
activate on like a remote signal, like a something like that?
What was your idea, Jack?
My idea is, um, in order to be effective, right, the turret will have to have very precise
Targeting data.
targeting data, and also like be able to move, right? Um, all we would need to do is we could like disable the like turret rotation gears or something so that it can't
Like to
move.
like lock it in place, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, that would be a heavy machinery roll instead of a comtech, but it would still theoretically be possible.
Turn it into a very large lawn ornament.
Pretty much.
Right.
So, um, and it is mentioned that there are two of them that you would need to sabotage.
Yeah. Let's hope we won't need to do that.
Yeah, so
The other thing is we could try to take down the power. My only fear with that approach is that I would guess that both turrets have like a backup battery supply.
Yeah,
An
they're probably all
installation of
backup
this sort of thing.
generators, I imagine.
Yeah.
so yeah, so basically, I mean, because you've got a couple of options, and they all have their pros and cons. I mean, you have successfully made it into the camp. Like basically there's labor camp A and labor camp B, and there's one turret in each.
Do we know where the prisoner we need to get, where he's at?
All you know that Valentino had access to was that he was sent to Skyfire Down. You don't know which camp he's in. As Marines, you have free reign between the two camps, but you would need to figure out where exactly he is. Which there and there
Okay,
would be
so
like operations centers and prisons that you could like freely enter. Obviously, to access a certain computers, you might be at risk of being detected, but so what I'll say to this is I'll give you two options. If you want to do an observation roll to look around the camp, or a comtech to try to access the system, both of those rolls would be at I would say -2, but everybody could do them.
Yeah, we could, and we could potentially split up. Some in Camp A, some in Camp B. Dave is certainly doing observation, not comtech. I can't risk fucking around with that. Just looking around.
Well, we could try the observation, and then if that doesn't work, move on to something else.
Okay. All right, so everybody do an observation at -2.
Oh boy.
Nap relief will get rid of my stress,
You should
right?
have already removed your stress.
Oh.
Yeah, because when we were in the barracks.
Yeah, because you had.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ignore that roll for me, because I would only have one die, because you said -2.
So, if it's -2 and all I would have are 2 dice.
You have a minimum of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did not see anything, but I will.
Nobody
I will go
sees
ahead and push.
shit.
Still didn't see
No,
nothing.
I'm here to rescue the day. Never mind.
So, Jack, do you want to
I could push that. That would be really funny.
Sure.
Because you have the highest observation in the group. Oh my, there you go.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, you see the fuck out of that guy.
You see the color of his eyes.
I spy with my little eye.
A disgraced scientist in Camp A. So, so you do track him down. Let me see my notes where. So he is on a permitted rest break. You do find Dr. Saletto. He's an older fellow, graying hair, and looks very much defeated and exhausted. And assuming you approach him, he tenses up and says, "What's going on? I haven't done anything wrong."
I'm Luke Skywalker. We're here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short to be to be a Marine?
I was just about to say.
Yeah. So you're right. You have done nothing wrong. We're gonna need you to come with us for a bit. Nothing to be worried about.
Not at all. Not at all suspicious. That's something bad guards would say.
Yeah.
Valentino. So Valentino wants him, but we haven't gotten the details. Does the scientist know Valentino?
The scientist does not know Valentino. At least, from what Valentino has told you, like he basically he knows. Well, he knows. Valentino knows this guy or knows of this guy, but it hasn't been established. Like if Valentino knew, he hasn't told you. But I mean, you could always ask him if the name rings a bell.
So, how are you liking your stay at this establishment here?
And he just kind of stares at you, with a sort of sullen eyes. And he says, "You're kidding, right?"
How do you
Well,
think about relocating?
yeah, yeah, a bit of a transfer, um,
Change of
to a better
scenery.
place. Although when I say that, I know that sounds, you know, sending someone to a better place, that kind of implies something. But like here, I mean it like literally. Like a place that doesn't suck.
Out of
And
character, like he doesn't know he's being rescued, right?
no, you haven't
Not
sent him
yet
here to
with
No,
rescue
he
you.
doesn't
He
know.
does. He does pick up on the because it was established that he is at least formerly a scientist, so he's obviously pretty
Mhm.
sharp. He figures out right away. He says, "You're not guards, so who are you really, and what do you want with me?"
It's like,
I mean, he
we don't want
doesn't
anybody
say
else
that
to
at the
know.
top of his lungs, obviously,
Okay.
because he senses that you could potentially be his ticket off this rock, so he doesn't, say at the
Yeah,
top of his
yeah,
lungs
he's
and jeopardizes it. But he does call you out on your ruse.
We've been sent to rescue you. You have a fairy godmother or of the like that has a particular interest in you.
And he says, "Oh, really? Is it one of my colleagues or somebody I don't know?"
It's a,
uh,
you know,
question. I
we're,
don't know.
we don't know that. Yeah, actually.
He
It's
says, "Why don't you tell me
safe.
the guy's name, and I'll tell you if it rings a bell."
I'm not sure we want to tell you his name
Yeah.
just yet.
Oh, I
Uh,
don't. I
you
don't
know,
know if this is the smartest thing to tell him right away if he
yeah.
gets found out
Yeah,
and tortured.
We can worry about the details when we're out of here.
yeah.
Uh,
And he
but
says, "Well,
Yeah,
in
but
terms of
we
the
like,
have to
details,
worry
I
about
am
that
I
first.
am curious why because you obviously must have gone through a lot of effort to get the disguises, come here, without blowing your cover, and then specifically sought me out. So you obviously need something from me, and I'm very curious what that is."
You know what? There will be plenty of time for that. Uh, right now, however, we got to get you out of here. So the guards here don't stick you in a hole in the ground.
We need your body and mind,
Yeah.
both.
I'm gonna I'm gonna like bluff him and like try and convince him that they're planning on executing him.
Okay. Well, I mean that doesn't. I
Seems
mean, you already
excessive.
kind of outed yourselves, like, or he kind of figured out that you aren't actually guards, so he has no reason to believe that's true.
Well, no, I want to convince him that like I don't know, the warden wants him dead or something, and just
Okay,
honestly
in
to get
that
him to
case,
fucking really get on board with
all
us,
right,
you know.
sure, roll manipulation.
Oh, dude, he might be a little too scared.
He's smart. He's probably good with
Yeah, he
fighting the
says like,
citadel.
"Oh, so that's why you've come to break me out." Whether he's
Yeah.
genuinely convinced or just kind of playing along, you can't really tell. But you definitely sell him, or it's like sell yourself in terms of convincing him. So he says, looking around, make sure the conversation is being monitored. He's like, "So what's your plan to get away?"
About that.
Well,
Do
It's
so
not
use the
fucking
Doctor
tell
Evil
me that
voice.
he says, "Do not fucking tell me that you got
No,
here
no,
and you
no,
don't even have a
no,
plan."
no.
Oh
Oh
no,
no,
we
We're
David, you're
gonna
not supposed
walk
to
out
say
the
that out
front
loud.
door.
pretty
yeah,
much. Yeah, that's basically the idea.
He says, like, "So yeah, you definitely aren't guards here because that's not how that works here."
Is there some reason that might not work? Something we might not be aware of?
What
Um,
prisoner transfers just don't
yeah,
happen?
prisoner transfers. Um, not only like so you would not only need transfer or like prisoner transfer orders, um, but all those orders are specifically reviewed by the warden.
Yes, makes sense.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not
I
just
see.
like
I see.
some guy be like, all right, go on through. Like the warden here is very hard nosed and very attentive. Like, he will personally review each case, and he will confirm each case. And if it doesn't check out, then you're getting brought in for questioning.
So hypothetically, what is the range of these anti-air, well, orbital, basically, guns? Because I'm thinking, what would happen if we would call in our ship to somewhere a bit farther from this camp and we just leg it out of here? We just, you know, the track and field, basically,
If you're
for how
talking about
many
legging
hours?
it on foot, the prison does have a motor pool and air support on standby. There's no way you're going to outrun it on foot.
We could outrun their air support by like stealing it, Just like take
You
one,
could-
maybe
Yes.
drop
play
a
with this,
grenade in the other.
So all we need to do, right? Disable the turrets, trigger the sensor thing, and then talk to the ship to come get us. Well, we can like steal a one of these APCs or whatever and go out into the boonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do, unfortunately. Don't have too many other good options that
Yeah,
are
because now,
certain
and I
enough.
will note with the sensors, just to be clear, they are not communication beacons, as in like the sensors, as was mentioned prior, those are what detect incoming ships. They're not the same as like signal beacons that broadcast radio signals.
Yeah,
Now,
they're
I
for
will say this:
incoming.
if you, in terms of, if you take out the comm stations on the planet here, um, it's sort of a double-edged sword because, depending on what you do to it, um, you might not necessarily be able to get a signal out, but at the same time, they can't call for long-range backup. Like, they can't call for like orbital support.
Yeah, we have to be because we basically have a very short time window when we do something because this is all super high alert. So when we do something, we have basically the chance to do one thing or set up a few things to do it at the same time. We have only one chance, and that's it. So
Well, let me ask you this, because it did not occur to me, and I will allow you to retcon this if you so choose. Um, During the downtime, like, so after Jack took out the signal beacon, or like the sensors, um, did you send out a message to Hunter with whatever your plan is? Like, basically, it's like, okay, the sensors are down, await a signal kind of thing, or like, wait at X time to come down, or whatever, or like expect a signal from us from the plane, like whatever. You have the option, like, while you were sort of in range in orbit, you could send a signal up to her.
true.
So we had come up with the general plan before we even got on the supply ship. So I think that they would know the general contours of that plan,
Well, I'm just,
which was like, hey, if we need to escape, like expect a signal.
yeah, yeah. So she'll be waiting for the signal. I'm just asking, like, did you let her know, like, while you were on the station, like, as a status update, we've taken out the sensors so they won't pick up your ship on approach. Obviously, you did not know about the surface to space railguns, but um, you know, if you disable those, you could potentially call for a ride out. Like, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that you mentioned to the flawed squad that you've taken out the sensors.
Yeah, I think if
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. They know
if we
that.
could communicate to them, we would have done that.
Yeah, okay. Then I will allow that because I didn't think of that earlier. So, um, okay. So, you have Dr. Saletto. Well, I mean, you know where he is at least. So, my
Yeah, we'll
question
just
is,
we'll let him know to wait until we get everything ready. But
yeah,
when we come next time, we will be
yeah.
going in a rush.
He'll also
So
tell you
we better be prepared.
which building and cell block he's in case, like, in the event that he's ordered back to his cell, that's where he'll be.
Great. Does he have extra information about this place in the sense of particular guards, shifts, anything else that we should know that would help?
He gives you directions to to the motor pool of both camps.
Okay.
So like if you need if you need somewhere to secure a vehicle, then go here.
Okay, that's good to know as well, to not meander about.
And he also mentions that because there haven't been any like major escapes in the time that he's been here, because I mean, as of now he's been here for a couple of months, but he says in that time there have not been any major like escape attempts or assaults from any kind of outside forces that would kind of
Mhm.
show him like how much support they have in the event of an attack.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea. So these APCs, they don't have like big glaring windows on them, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they have small. I mean, they don't have like big exposed windows, but they do have
Yeah.
windows that like the passengers and personnel can view from.
Yeah. So, but it's not like people would be able to see inside of it.
I mean, if people were close enough, they could see inside of it. But like if you're driving by, nobody would be able to see. Like if
Okay.
you're driving by from a distance and you're moving fast enough, nobody's going to look inside. Um, but obviously, like, we're not talking about like windows on a car. We're talking about little like tank size slots, like on like a Bradley or something. How they're like smaller windows.
Oh, like viewports.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what we're talking about here.
Okay. Yeah, so they might catch a glimpse of the face of the driver or something, but otherwise like the compartment where people would be
Yeah, like
not so
the
much.
troop bay, it would be very hard to pick out detail.
Okay.
Like the only
So,
risk
I
you would
mean,
be at is like, so if you're trying to drive one of the Hamp V's out of the camp and you're at like a checkpoint, because this is
Yeah,
something
that.
that Dr. Saletto would mention that like from what he understands, like if you are driving, if a truck is driving out of the complex, there is going to be a surge.
mhm. So I have an idea. Um, what I'm
That never ends
thinking,
good.
well, I think this is a good idea. I think what we can do is we can go to the motor pool and if there's anybody there and they're like, hey, what do you need this for? We can do a thing like we're internal affairs, we're investigating the premises, making sure that everything's up to code, something like that. And that'll scare them a little bit, because they want to keep their jobs, their cushy prison camp jobs, instead of being on the front lines with the UPP with nukes and stuff. And we can kind of use that as our bullshit pass to get around. And because it's something like that, it's not something the warden would be in on.
Well,
So
but the
worst
problem
case
is that
scenario.
if with the warden being the highest authority on the planet, is that if word is brought to the warden that this has just suddenly come up, he's going to look into it.
Mhm.
Yeah, inspections and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Wardens would want to be
because it's
involved
like
and know.
the
So,
highest level of administration would realistically, I mean, even if like the regular schmoes working around in the like supervising the prisoners and stuff, like they might not know, but somebody as high up as the warden definitely would.
Mhm. Maybe we could go straight to the warden and
for fun.
and
Well,
tell
could
him, and then we could get his like his approval to have free reign over the place.
uh, I haven't met the warden, but I'm having a bad feeling about meeting that person.
You feel a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave has a wish to avoid the Eye of Sauron there. He's kind of imagining, but
Mhm.
if we were able to get him on our side and convince him, that would be the best and easiest thing. But if the warden is such a imposing force, a hard ass for this place, especially for a prison of this reputation, I'm not so sure how
Well,
easily we'll be
just
able
keep in
to.
mind also what Dr. Saletto told you about how, like, even if you convince him that you are doing an inspection, it's still going to be reported that a prisoner is being transferred out of the facility, and that's not going to align with your cover story.
Oh,
That's
not
the
that, not
thing.
that part. Just if we have a more of a free reign on the facility, we can more easily sabotage the space
Oh, you're
guns,
using it
etc. And
for
then,
espionage rather than
Yeah.
for moving the
yeah,
guy out.
we won't
Okay.
be able to. We won't be able to get him out in any way without calling our ship and making chaos.
We could use the story that it's a security audit, and that would like especially give us, reign over, the more sensitive parts of the facility.
True. Also, we have a plan B, as Dave kind of has a a curled smile at the end of his mouth. We could cause a riot of unprecedented scale. There are incredible numbers of inmates here. I have enough doses to start a chain reaction of things
Mhm.
if we need a super distraction.
So all I heard is "Let's start a riot."
Basically, Dave has an idea for chaos. Boom, boom, boom. A few
Oh,
shots here, a few shots there, and hulks
so
everywhere.
how many guards are in this place really?
Well, you figure the work staff has like, probably, a few hundred prisoners, so proportionally, definitely a quarter of that many guards, probably more.
Mhm.
Like,
And
realistically
I'm
though,
guessing they're
there's no way you can take on all these guards and win, especially because it was mentioned
Oh,
that
no, that's not the plan. What I'm thinking is I'm liking the riot idea, right? So if there's that many guards, then they're probably going to be, there's going to be, I don't know, maybe like 5 up here, probably another 5 on the bridge or so. And then the rest are probably going to be like distributed throughout the camp bits here and then just this general area. So what I'm thinking is, well, if our guy is in camp A, right? Then starting something in camp B, the majority of the guards in A would have to go to, react
not
and
necessarily.
suppress that.
Because also keep in mind that, what has been mentioned to you before, like, the problem is that, if there's a riot, everything is locking down, not just the camps, but also the bridge and the space elevator.
Yeah, but we
And
won't be using
support would be
the space
scrambled
elevator.
if needed.
It's more of just getting the guards concentrated in a place. We know we can't be using the space elevator, and we
Yeah.
can't walk out with this. It's just
Yeah.
creating a distraction for us to maybe use that to sabotage the orbital guns, or let out a communication signal for our ship
Mhm.
to run in rush as fast as possible. Something like that. We still probably need to think of the
Okay,
consequences.
but I am just trying to put the idea out there that if you, like, basically, if this place goes on high alert, even if the guns are taken out, then they might, you know, like, call for support, potentially air support, and if they see that there's
Yeah.
a ship approaching, then that's going to, raise red flags.
Fuck yeah, maybe the order of operation here might need to
It's
be
definitely a
shuffled
delicate
around
situation, and there are pros and cons to each approach.
very.
So,
Maybe we first need to let our ship know to be on its way, coming. Then, as quickly as possible, somehow try to sabotage the guns subtly, if stealthily that could even be possible at work, and then cause a riot in that last moment to just
So hold on. So
overwhelm them.
what you're
I don't
saying
know.
is step 1 is comms, send out a message. Step 2 is disable the gun. Step 3 is riot, or did I get those steps mixed up?
That sounds pretty good
No,
to
you
me.
haven't. No, you haven't. That would be the steps, and in step 1 or 2, maybe we would just have to see when would we pick up our Mr. Doctor before we cause the riot and things maybe lock down or whatever. So we have to be in a location where. Oh yeah. So where are the vehicles since that's been.
The vehicle depot for this camp would be here, and then for this camp it would be here.
Good. Okay, I'm thinking if we send out the signal for our ship to, I don't know, land somewhere here-ish, and while the ship is on the way, we sabotage the orbital guns, then move out our Doctor Prisoner, though I don't know how much this checkpoint will be a problem.
Keep in mind, if you
But
have,
if
I mean, we're talking a fucking heavily armed APC with a plasma cannon.
I wanted to mention, so
yeah, we
we
could
don't
steal
have
the
to.
APC.
Yeah, we can like bust out of the back of these camps and like go out just into the boonies. We don't have to
True.
go back towards the space elevator.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm thinking as far as, fully getting the hell out.
True. Maybe then we don't need to cause a riot. It would occupy a few people. Oh,
Yeah, I think the idea is if we cause the riot as we're kind of on our way out, then it like holds up the guards. Because like if there's no distraction, they could just follow us, right, with a bunch
yeah,
of vehicles.
they could follow us in full force, but if there's a riot, then it'll be a smaller force that comes.
I just
chasing us.
realized something.
What?
Yes.
What camp is he in?
He's in Camp A
Hey.
with you.
All right. So if we go to Camp B, I have this thing called a breaching charge. We could just set that next to a fuel depot at Camp B. The motor pool, and watch the thing go up in smoke.
That would be good. Take out as
True.
many vehicles as we can.
Yeah, okay. So if you set that up at B, right, and get, their vehicles there, then on our way out of A, we could just like
Hijack.
chuck grenades into the other vehicles in the depot at A and take the one that's left. And then they wouldn't be able to follow us.
Grenades
Or as
wouldn't do
easily.
as much damage to vehicles as you're thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you would stick it like right where the driver is going to sit, so
Right,
it
but
like
you have to figure that
fucks up
the
the
vehicle
controls.
garage isn't going to be just completely abandoned. There are going to be guards in it.
Oh yeah.
So if they see you committing like acts of sabotage, they're going to react.
Well, we can bullshit them that it's a security audit.
Well, no.
know.
How many breaching charges do you have?
I only have
Tva?
one.
Shit.
Yeah. Sadly, I only have the one.
Well, if we on the way, no. Well, maybe we could risk having just half the vehicles intact, because when we take a vehicle from A and get the person and just run out through the gates, we should have enough insurance behind us. So they will always have some way of sending something out. It's just to minimize the chances of the numbers.
I have a question. Where's the motor pool again? Or is it in the camps?
Yeah, so the motor pool for this camp is here, and for the other camp it's here.
Okay, how about this? How about we set the demo charge on the fuel tank in B, and then on A, like we have weapons on the APC, right? We can just shoot the tank and cause a massive explosion there.
Well, but you have to understand that the fuel tanks aren't, you're assuming there are fuel tanks in the vehicle depot, and even still that it would be enough to completely destroy it.
Yeah, it's not
It
a
would definitely
surefire.
cause, I mean, it would get the guards' attention, but if you're expecting to use it to be able to completely destroy all the vehicles, that is false.
No.
Hmm.
I'm saying that it would reduce the sheer number of vehicles they have available to operate.
I mean, before we do that, we can just stroll on by and observe the vehicle depots of both camps to be sure what the fuck's in them before we do anything.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So in that case, so you part ways with Dr. Saletto. He stays in the cafeteria until he's ordered by, like, he and the other prisoners are ordered by the guards to report back to their cells. So while that's going on, um, you are searching around. So each of these vehicle bays has a good amount of the HAMP-Vs, the ox transports. Um, but they also have these. Hold on, I'll drag it out. These like attack vehicles, the Stingers.
Ah, those quick ones.
Like
They are.
basically,
They
like
are.
when in the event of like a prison riot or even an escape, they send out packs of these things to track down the prisoners because they're much faster.
Of course. How many do we see approximately?
Um, at least like you see three of each. Like three, you would see three
Hmm.
attack transports, or like three Stingers in um each vehicle bay. So there aren't a ton of them. Like there are more ox transports than there are Stingers, but there are still a good amount of Stingers.
Hmm. And how many personnel does it carry?
The Stinger carries two passengers.
I will say
Well,
that it is the blasting charge is the Wildcatter mining charge.
okay, that's good. That one creates a particularly big boom. But I'm thinking when the shit gets going, like 2x2s and one goes with the scientist, we just take like 3 of these fast transports from one of the garages and just
I mean,
boom.
yeah, if you want to have basically all full on like biker gang, you can, but I would warn you that the Ox has much better armor and weapons.
Absolutely,
It's definitely
but
not as fast, but it
yeah,
can take more of a
that's what I'm
beating
worried about.
and can, I mean, it has a lot of firepower to match. So
So what I'm hearing is everybody hop in a vehicle, drive away, blow up the other depot, and then we'll have a full-on, biker gang going away. And we might as
Yes,
well,
with the risk that if anything does find us and shoot us,
well,
we'll take a lot of damage.
yeah, you are
here-
going
well,
to
We
be
are
in
faster
serious
though.
danger if they scramble to
he-
say air
here's
support.
here's what I'm thinking. Since we're causing a riot, we'll say, hey, do you want to come, do you want to get out of here? And we'll have the, prisoners hop in the vehicles with us to man guns for us.
But the problem is there's only one turret per Stinger, and the
Mhm.
Ox has I mean the Ox has four guns, but
Yeah.
Stinger only has like
If
basically has like a driver's seat and a gunner seat.
well,
No,
if
we wouldn't need the prisoners with us because again we can take only from one of these places, and there are
mhm,
3, and there are 5 of us plus the scientist.
Yeah, so that's
Two
mhm.
in
exactly
each. We wouldn't
six. That's
need
enough
no
for all the
prisoner.
people to fit in.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Uh,
we take all the vehicles.
there is a distance there. I don't know how well we would coordinate, and busting through the gates, there's a whole geographic rock big thing. I don't know if we'll
Yeah.
find ourselves at the same place later. It's risky, and then relying on prisoners we do not know to shoot
Especially
with
where they,
us.
you're expecting all of them to potentially recognize you. You're dressed as Colonial Marines, so
No. I'm not expecting them to recognize us. I'm just gonna tell the doctor, like, hey, I would say, like, have the doctor, like, send whispers out to, like, there's gonna be you know, a break. Um, just bum rush it to the vehicle depot.
well, let's do this because I feel like there's definitely a lot of, tossing and turning about the greater strategy
Mhm.
when it'd be more productive to handle one step at a time. So what's the first step? Are you going to sabotage the turrets first or send out a message first?
Well, we should send out the message, so they should already be on the way. So there's so that they get a kind of head start before if anything happens and they call the prison calls for air support from the station or whatever. That our folks had already some kind of head start. So
Okay.
that's I think we should first call in.
All right.
It's going to be
So
somewhere outside, not in this facility.
Okay.
We're going to be breaking
so
through
you
it.
make your way to the communication center. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious where it is. Kind of like higher up elevation wise, and it has like a big like radio dish on it. So you make your way inside. Move like you have a purpose. And if you want to send a message, I will say it is going to be a ComTech role, not to successfully do it, but to do it and not get caught.
So I think we'll want to send a message and then also disable it so that when shit goes down, they can't radio for help.
Yeah. Now I will say disabling it in this case would actually be heavy machinery to cut comms. So basically, what the order of operations is, Jack does ComTech to be able to actually cover his tracks when he sends the message, and then well, actually, I guess realistically, as long as Kelly cuts the line, then it doesn't matter if they detect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone assist me rolling?
Well, you don't have. Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to roll. Kelly's gonna have to roll.
Oh, no, I'm saying to. Oh, right. To send the message is not a roll.
Yeah, sending the message is not a roll, but disabling the communications array after the message is sent is going to be a heavy machinery.
Yeah. Do you have any ranks of heavy machinery, Jack?
I do not.
Or are you only in ComTech? Okay.
Does Tobiah have anything?
Okay, so
No, I do not. Sorry. I am all gun.
It's only
I
it's
Kelly.
all good.
I am gun only.
Well, definitely once the plan's
Yep.
gonna go live, you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of your shooting skills.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna be like the like epic finale of this little arc, and it's inevitably going loud. So
Yeah.
vehicle combat did not come up in Terra Nova, and that's why I'm gonna be making up for lost time with this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just rolling flat.
Yeah, flat heavy machinery.
Cool. Let me make sure my character's selected. Heavy machinery. Of course.
Don't you have the Don't you have like the work jack or whatever it's called?
Maintenance jack.
Tools.
I do, but I left all that equipment behind when we went on the mission.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, okay.
just to not, draw attention to try and fit in as a Marine. That's that's not exactly a
Do you want
piece of
to?
equipment a Marine would carry.
Do you want to use a
Different
story
type of
point
Marine
to
would.
succeed?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll spend a story
Because I
point.
did give you an extra one.
Might as well, just so we can get
last
the
session.
Yeah. We can get the party started.
Okay.
So successfully disable the
yeah, the message
thing.
goes out, and I will say, because I mean, unless you want to spend a second story point to get an additional success, it will eventually be fixable, but as right now, it's going to take them some time. It's not going to be an instant, switch it back on kind of thing. So Jack gets out a message to. Oh.
Yeah. I won't spend the second story point.
Okay.
It'll just be that it can be fixed.
Yeah.
But
Would I be able to spend the story point?
I mean, it's your story point. You can spend it, on other people's rolls.
I'll spend one of my story points to make sure that they can't repair this thing anytime soon.
All right, it's permanently broken then.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tobias.
I will gladly spend one of the two that I have.
Okay.
I think his character makes sense. He breaks things that are unrepairable, including his mind.
Sounds disturbingly eager to do this.
Yeah. Maniacal Joker laugh. I mean, just like Chin.
Oh, Jesus. There's too many Jokers, and recent series, or like Joker equivalents. You have Chin, who's the
Yeah, well, I mean
smoker,
that's
and then
consistent with how I've
Shibaya,
played with a
who
lot of players who make their characters into Batman, including Blitz.
Oh boy.
There have been 3 that I can point to, which is like 3 that I never thought I would actually see. So it makes sense that a lot of people would turn their characters into the Joker. So
I love it.
um,
Yeah, no,
anyway,
I love it. It's just it's weird. It's happened a lot recently.
If I had a nickel
It
for every
often
Okay.
time,
happens.
I'd have a few nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened that many times.
yeah. So okay, so
I would
the
have more than 2 nickels.
so yeah, long range comms are down after the message was sent. Um, so next is disabling the railguns, and that is going to be because they're separate turrets. That's going to be well. Um, I mean, you were going to just shut them down outright, correct? Or you were no, you were going to fix them, like lock them in place, right? So they couldn't like pivot and fire.
That
That was
could be
my
enough.
idea, that it would be easier to do that than like try to hack into their
Yeah.
targeting.
So
Exactly.
because it would be a much harder role of like it would be a very difficult contact role to try to like hack change their programming, but it would be a lot easier to just like physically alter it to um
Who all can assist? Dave certainly can. Can anybody else?
can you assist with heavy machinery?
Oh, this is heavy machinery. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
it
like
didn't hear
basically
it.
it's Comtech if you dare try to reprogram it, and heavy machinery if you want to just physically damage it so it can't move and fire.
I will say, if we go for the reprogram route to like make it target their ships, I'll throw in my story point for success on that.
Okay. Um. So in that case, I will say it's a. Did they change how difficulty works? Because I feel like it should probably be harder than -3, but um.
You can always apply a minus as much as you want.
All right. Well,
Uh, theoretically.
so modifiers.
Again, depending on what role, we can upset that with our successes and our pluses, but
Yeah,
you
because I
can,
feel like
you
something
know.
like this, in terms of how it's inherently programmed,
Oh
especially
yeah,
what you're trying to get it to do, should be very difficult. Um, especially where you have a lot of like
Yeah, that's
assistance
fair.
and bonuses. Um, so like basically for the combined difficulty of the whole thing, let me just check something. Uh, I would say you are going to be at a -4 instead of a -3. Um, and then you can get assistance um, from your peers. So it would be there's a minus like a +1 from Dave helping because I think he said he had Comtech, and then
yes.
um what was the I would say um your electronic tools would help.
Okay, so I'm hacking instead of we're not doing the heavy machinery.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
theoretically try both if the first one fails. So
I'm gonna ensure the hack with a story point if it goes south.
okay, well let's see if it actually succeeds first. So you're basically if you have help in the electronic tools, then it's essentially Comtech -2.
Anyone else helping me?
I don't think I have contact, but let me
I
check.
don't have any points in Comtech,
All right, so
unfortunately.
so in other words,
I
it's
would
just
if I
Dave and the
could.
tools.
Trust in me, Jack. I have never once failed.
I see.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There we
All
go.
right.
Dave's luck strikes
Nice.
again.
So what are you doing with the stunt?
Um, so was I rolling to disable the gun or like retarget it?
Just keep in mind if you retarget, it's going to start shooting immediately, and you also have a second one that
Okay.
you need to disable.
Maybe
Okay,
with
so
the
I'm just
stunt,
gonna.
you
I,
can have it like go on a delay or like a remote, activation or something.
I'm just gonna disable it. I think just keep it simple, and then I'll use a stunt to, I guess, hide my tracks.
Okay.
So if someone notices it, they don't understand
Trace it
what's
to you,
happened.
yeah.
They just think it.
Okay, so that's one gun disabled, and then the one at Camp A is disabled, so then in Camp B, basically the same exact role.
Okay. Kelly, do you
com-
want to go? Because I mean, if you can succeed, then I don't have to risk stretch.
Yeah, you can try that again, Kelly, if you want.
Yeah, sure. Might as well. Would this just be a flat heavy
Yeah, it's gonna be a
machinery roll
flat.
then, or are there any
It's a flat roll.
modifiers? Okay.
With us non-pushables, it's hard enough.
Okay, so
Oh, I succeeded.
so you lock it into place. You disable the sort of swivel mechanism that allows it to traverse and elevation, yada yada yada. Now the caveat is that unless you or somebody else sends a story point, it will it can be fixed. So if somebody wants to spend a story point to permanently break it, I mean, I know RTM voice support at least in favor of hacking it, but if you want to,
Mine was conditional on the hack, because of the extra benefit of
all right,
getting their ships out of the sky.
Excuse me.
okay. So
Does anyone have 3 story points?
David, 0.
I have one
I
now.
only have one left, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
this will be enough.
I
One is
wanna save it.
permanently out of commission, and the other will take time to repair. I think
well,
we have enough in
they're
our favor.
both temporarily.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but one won't be traceable for now. The
Yeah.
other will take more time to
Yeah,
repair.
they're basically
It's good enough.
incapacitated long enough for your ship to get in and get you out. So
Are
the
we still planning to use the breaching charge to like blow up the motor pool or whatever as much as we can?
We should, at least try one of them to destroy.
Okay.
It's not really a breaching charge. I said it's a breaching charge, but it's a mining charge. It's technically what it is, but still close enough.
Big cacabluey.
It's a cartoon stick of dynamite.
yeah,
Exactly. It's the
yeah,
cartoon version of a
definitely
stick of dynamite.
definitely strong enough to if they have like a fuel silo or whatever, it'll definitely take it out.
Is it
And
on remote
can-
detonation as
yes,
well?
it
You
is
can
remote
control?
detonation.
Fuck yeah.
Well, you
Well,
can do it like charges in Arma 3, where you can have it set to either like a countdown
Timer or remote.
Yeah, um, so your decision on what you wanted to do.
Either
Guys,
way,
wanna run-
give us enough time. If you want, Dave can also directly before we do shit, we can try to add the fuel on those flames by causing the riot, maybe. Though if things are gonna be locked up because of that, maybe we can just cause a riot in the camp we're in. Actually, like we take
Then
the
they would
doctor,
lock it
we
down in the camp you're in, and then it becomes even harder to get out.
Well, they can't call for help either,
Yeah.
so
It'll take.
Well, their long range comms are down, but they have short range radios. Like anything within
Yeah.
planetary, it's just they can't call for
Yeah.
help from ships in orbit.
Yeah. Fuck the riot idea. It'll cause too much chaos. It's pretty, but it'll cause too much chaos. Not this time. Another time.
some other time.
Okay, so the detonation is set in the fuel port for Camp B, the vehicle port, basin, whatever.
So it's simple enough to just set the charge when nobody's watching. So I'll let you plant the bomb. So you do have to secure a vehicle first, and you also have to get Dr. Saletto. So my question is what is who's going to do what? Are you all going to go do those tasks at the same time, or is it two people go off to get the doctor and 3 get the car or whatever?
Which skills will we need to use? Let's think strategically how
Well,
we
who's
can
going to
be
be
most.
driving? I would assume probably Artyom because he sort of doubles as the pilot, but
Yeah. the one that's hopping in the gun and just gonna mow things down.
So I assume then. So I mean, Artyom. Obviously, if you want to do something else, let me know. But right now I'm assuming it's Artyom and Tobiah who are going to secure an ox, and then the other three are going to go get Dr. Saletto and bring him here.
We could do that, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, better
Yeah, I
that
think
way.
that's the
Better that way.
safest option.
Better safe than sorry.
So,
Mhm.
the so basically, so we'll focus on Artyom and Tobiah first. When you go into the like into the motor pool, so there are definitely, I mean, as long as you present your credentials, which again are valid because you are valid transfers here, you can get into the motor pool
Mhm.
without being questioned or shaken down or whatever. Um, you do notice the vehicles are all like stenciled with number IDs like 01, 02, 03, so on.
Mhm.
So you do like that is a detail I will point out, just in case it becomes relevant.
Mhm. I will look at their computer system if there's a computer system to check it out.
Um, well, to like check it out as in rent out one of the vehicles, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, well, so basically, what I'll do is I'll draw a little diagram of the
Mhm.
um.
Oh, it just depends on how they do.
Well, so
But they do.
basically, so you say you have this vehicle depot. There might be like a little like side, room for certain things, but the main
Mhm.
thing of interest is that there's this room right here that would have
Mhm.
where's the freehand like doors here, and there would be oops, did not mean to fucking move it. Um, like like in this room here, there's a computer, or like there's computer systems, but then there's also like if you go into that room, you see that there's like a like a case that would have like the keys for the vehicles.
Mm. Gotcha.
So you would have to
Yeah.
like the vehicles aren't just like you push a button and you can start driving it. Obviously, you have to get the keys so
Yeah.
the prisoners can't just steal the vehicles.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
attempting to do.
Um. So I would say I'm going to delete this diagram. So give me a mobility versus observation. Like they're going to be rolling observation, passive observation, and you were rolling mobility to try to sneak in and get the keys.
Push that.
Oh my! All right, good push. And then where is you see rifleman. Um, then yeah, no, these guys are none the wiser. So
Nice.
Anything. I'm like the penguins in Madagascar. You didn't see anything.
yeah, so um um yeah, so you get the keys to Now I will say, obviously, if you take all of the keys, it's going to be suspicious. But if you just take like keys for ox number 4 or whatever, then
Hmm.
nobody's
Well,
going to.
I'm going to take the keys for ox number 4. D Can I roll an observation to see if I notice them looking, if anybody's looking at me?
Sure. Um,
Right, and then when I push this skill roll, I gain +2 instead of +1. So, does that happen before I roll or after?
the stress is added. Good question.
The question is we don't know if it's done automatically in Foundry or do you have to add one stress and then push.
I
Yeah,
think
so
No,
yeah,
we
it
don't know.
adds it. It adds
yeah.
it automatically.
All right. So
Well, I will go ahead and spend my other story point so I get a success.
okay. Um, so the roll earlier, like a minute ago, that was just like nobody calls you out on it or like notices in a
Yeah,
negative way.
yeah,
But I would say your intent with the second observation roll you just did was to see if anybody was noticing you, right?
yeah. Like anybody's like looking at me as I'm pulling out like a key or something.
yeah, I would say that there's somebody not like sitting at a desk, but like somebody
Mhm.
walking by, like a guy, like one of the Marines there. He sees you taking the keys, but as long as you're not like nervously looking both ways to make sure you're
Oh
not being
no,
spotted, like if you just walk
no,
up
no.
and take the keys, nobody reacts to it.
Yeah,
But there is a
I
guy who
walk up,
sees you
take
take
the
the keys.
keys, and I'm like, okay. So, um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the keys, and I'm just going to walk away, and I'm going to purposely forget to close the cabinet door
Okay.
as I walk away.
Okay. So,
I want to see if he does anything.
um, well, I mean, if you've got your back to him as you're walking away, you're not going to see what he's doing. So,
Well, I didn't. Well, he said he was sitting. I didn't know if I would
and
hear
I
him
didn't
get
say he
up and
was. I
walk.
said, okay, I said there were some people in the room that are sitting. There was one guy who
Okay,
was walking by you, like he was
okay.
walking
Then,
toward. I
then
mean,
never
wasn't
mind.
necessarily walking to get the keys, but he was standing and he saw you taking the keys.
Fair enough. Okay, then never mind. I was thinking of somehow maybe jamming the lock so they couldn't reopen it or something,
Oh, okay. Well,
like
yeah,
sticking a bullet in there and
yeah.
or something.
Break the locker permanently.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, either way, I mean, like one guy sees you take the keys, but like I said, as long as you're not being shifty about it, he doesn't call you out on
No,
it.
no, no. I'm not being shifty, but if I notice that I'm like kind of being watched, that's why I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. So in that
I'm going to
case,
just avoid it. And
okay. So but yeah, so you managed to pocket the keys for the Ox transport number 4. Um, so um, so Artyom, you can successfully drive it out of the garage. Are you going to be where exactly in the camp are you positioning it? Because for reference, in case there's like an epic vehicle chase, I did make a copy of the Ox sheet, which I will make configure ownership all players owner.
Probably the south, the the south like exit
South
there.
gate. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, so you're over. So I mean, are you pulled up at the gate or just within like eyesight of the gate?
just like within eyesight of it.
Okay. Um, so meanwhile, for Kelly, Dave, and Jack, Dr. Saletto did tell you where which cell is his. Um, so um, you go over to the cell. The caveat with these cells, um, is that they are
Oh,
not like it's not like a usual jail cell where it's like automated or there are um, like keys like physical keys. There's like a keypad that you would have to hack into to unlock the cell. And the reason for that is also because
security.
if it's detected, it might tip off the guards to you know bad things going on. So Um,
I'll
it
watch your
won't have
back
a
here.
negative penalty though. It's just a flat Comtech roll.
So basically, I imagine Dave and Kelly, we are just keeping overwatch, making sure no guards come and see what we're doing. We're just
Pretty much.
giving Jack space to do what he has to.
Okay.
Okay, I'll use my diagnostic device to hack in.
Well, the diagnostic device would not apply for this. It's
Okay,
just going to be a
then I'll
flat
use my
With
Comtech
the
roll.
electronic,
Like,
with the
then
electronic
I'll use
tool.
my tools.
well, yeah, electronic tools would help.
Okay.
Oh.
Fuck.
So here's what I'll say per my fondness for the idea of failing forward. So um, you do hack the thing. You do unlock the door. Um, but an alarm is triggered.
Can I use a story point to prevent that?
Yeah, if you want to send a story point to say it was successfully, you cover your tracks, then
try one.
sure.
Okay.
So forget what I just said. Um,
It's that hot.
So, well, no, here's what, no, an alarm goes off right as you do that, and you're like, oh shit, but then the guy, you hear Merkava's like, shit, false alarm, disregard.
We're fine here. How are you?
I will say you do get a point of stress for that, because just the timing of it was, enough to make you jump, but, but you do get
Oh, would
Dr.
this
Sled out of his cell.
be considered like with a
Actually,
false alarm? Would
yes.
that like trigger my
Yes,
panic
actually.
response?
Yes. Very good point. So
Yeah.
Kelly, let me see, what did I say here? Yeah, roll stress dice.
Okay, that's a
Slash R1DS.
DS.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so,
I'm okay.
yeah.
Keep it together, Kelly.
Yeah.
See a little bit of like twitch, like an eye twitch, Kelly, but I keep
Yeah.
it together for now.
Gonna get through this.
Okay. So, um, yeah, so other than that jump scare, you do get Dr. Saletto out of his cell, and, again, if you are, if you keep up appearances, you can get him to the Ox without any kind of scrutiny. Um, so, when the three of you, well, I mean, I guess four of you with Dr. Saletto, when you get out, you see, Artyom. Well, Artyom, I'm assuming you're probably in the driver's seat, and then Tobias kind of standing outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like the valet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you all pile aboard the Ox, and are you going to drive up to the gate and then like sort of fake like you have a transfer, or are you going to set off the charge and then try to blast through it, or what are you?
Charge and just run through the gate. Why not? That's Dave's vote.
Okay.
What did the rest want?
I'm down for whatever. I'm just sitting there like munching on those Cheetos.
Okay. Um.
Captain
Okay.
Artyom, what do you suggest?
Hmm. Um,
Kablooey and pedal to the metal, or get close and then kablooey and pedal to the metal?
might as well get a little closer first, I'm gonna
Aye, aye.
put the pedal to the metal. Don't miss.
Okay. Um. So yeah, so you slowly drive up to the checkpoint, and like I said, the gate here is like like a solid metal, like basically like a double gate that kind of parts in the middle. Um, when I say parts in the middle, I mean like it slides, like in one axis, like it doesn't like open up like like a wider sweeping gate. Um,
Mhm.
there are watchtowers there, with guards with rifles kind of looking into the camp. Um, and there are some guards up front, and there's a dude there who, you know, like, has like hand out like halt, and says to you, we are going to be, making you need to inspect your vehicle real quick, hold your position, um, and so you see, like from Artyom and well, let me ask you this: where are all the passengers in the vehicle? Like who's manning what gunner seats? And
I could
What?
man the gunner turret.
I'm
Okay.
probably on the heaviest gun.
the plasma cannon. Okay,
Yeah.
so Dave.
Are there two weapons, right?
There are actually three, I think. Let me just
Did even without the Flammenwaffe?
yeah, the multi-directional flame unit is not a thing on it, so it's just the
Oh, they
well,
have
I mean, well, there is a
three
flame unit by default, but
Gatling guns.
this one is removed in favor of having just the Gatling guns and the
Oh
plasma
dear
cannon.
lord! 3 Gatling
Yeah,
guns
this thing
and
is
plasma
very,
turret.
very armed, which is why
Okay.
they're so serious about security, because one of these things falling in the hands of the prisoners is not good.
Oh, of course.
Now
So
you
yeah,
understand why I said get the prisoners the other vehicles.
it would be too risky. Just with a riot, I don't want things being locked away right away.
So let me understand this. So we've got Artyom driving, Tobiah on the plasma cannon. So I'll just go on the list. Kelly, what are you doing? Are you sitting in the back with Dr. Saletto, or are you manning a turret?
Yeah, I can man a turret.
Okay, so you're manning one of the
And
Yeah,
Gatling
there's enough
guns.
for
for
all
the
of us.
others, yeah.
And then Jack, are you riding in the back or manning a turret?
I'd be manning a turret.
Okay. And Dave.
I'll be manning a turret as well. There's enough for all of
Okay.
us.
So, yeah. So basically, Dr. Saletto's just sitting in the back, and like basically RTM, and I guess everybody else, if you're looking at the like little like viewports, you do see um, you know, armed guards like walking around to the back of the Ox. Um, when are you going to touch off the bomb?
Do they want a signal from Dave with his pew pew?
Left the detonation up to you guys. I just placed the thing and like, here you go.
I mean, I think probably we'd want it to go off simultaneously as we're like busting out of the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I was just gonna say that like, where you are right now, you're seconds away from the guards, in terms of their inspection of the vehicle, like opening the doors and seeing just one prisoner in the back and all the people in the gunner seats. So,
Punch it, Bishop. I mean,
Yeah,
Artyom
I think
and
we blow up the tank and then use the guns to like blast through the gate, probably.
okay, so you're touching off the bomb now then?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does anyone think that we could get through the guards?
No. I say
we'll just
we'll-
rake right on through the
yeah,
gate.
yeah.
Dave will shoot a berserker dart at one. If it hits, hits. If it doesn't,
But
doesn't.
you're in the gunner seat though, so
Oh, it's not close enough to get it. Then yeah, ignore it. Just punch it.
so
Well,
That's why
I
I
guess
want a
before
plasma
we do
turret
this,
to blow
like,
up the-
how heavy is this gate? Does this gate look like something that we can reasonably take out or get through?
I mean, I would say if you did enough damage to it, yeah. Because like this whole encounter, I was thinking about like the season 3 of Star Wars: The Bad Batch when they hijack a turbo tank and like bust their way through several gates and take out another tank and do some other crazy shit. So that's the first thing I thought of when I saw these fucking Ox. Like, oh, it's a turbo tank. Um, so yeah, I would say you would definitely have. I mean, you're not going to just like instantly get through it, but if you give the gate everything you've got, like you could basically like blast away at it, and then RTM just fucking floors it and busts through the gate.
Yeah.
That would be enough.
Let's do that then. Somebody presses the button for the explosion, and when all of the other heads turn at what that sound was, we start blasting and driving.
Okay, so just before the guards, uh, reach to open the back doors, a fucking explosion, like even through the through the vehicle. I mean, that shit is loud, and you can see like a mushroom cloud, like erupt over the hillside. Alarms are blaring throughout the complex now. Um, the guards that were about to enter the vehicle, I mean, naturally they turn to look, what the hell was that? So,
Yeah.
uh,
The gift I posted is me. Kaboom. Yes.
yeah,
Yes, kaboom.
yeah. Basically, we will, um, basically have it like you guys like blast open the gates, and then we'll end the session there. So, um, I need a range combat. check from everybody manning a turret. So basically, everybody sans RTM.
Be aware that the Gatling gun gives a bonus of 3.
Oh, that is right. Well, hold on, Tobiah, you weapons. Actually, hold on. Doesn't the plasma cannon now have a minus? Yeah, it gives you a -1 to your range combat.
Okay.
I'll just be clicking on one of the
If you need a
Gatling
better
guns.
roll.
Oh, well, actually, I don't know
that
if
was
it'll
was
let me
Jack.
pass them through.
That was Tobiah, but that's still even better roll than you had. So
Kaboom.
So I'm on one of the Gatling guns.
so that the Gatling gun
So
gives
it's
you a
it's a
+3.
3.
Okay. Range combat +3.
All
I
right.
just rolled mine in future. Anyway.
Kelly, and I'm assuming that Ox roll was Kelly.
Oh, yep.
And
I
then
haven't
Oh, it worked.
selected to look at the
the
gun.
finishing
Nice,
touch
nice.
RTM piloting roll.
2 successes.
If you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
Z.
There's a
What's he there?
little sleepy icon on the foundry.
Oh,
Don't know if it did
oh.
anything.
I'll just keep things moving. I'll roll for him. So piloting. And he succeeds. So yeah, you have like an exterior shot of the wall. You know, alarms are blaring, and bullets are fucking, like ripping through the gate. You have like a magenta color like plasma blast, fucking blast through most of it, and then out comes the fucking ox just blasting through the gates. Full speed, and obviously you're not out of the woods yet, but that is where we will end the session.
Nice. I'm also just gonna remind us for next session, it's going to be fucking amazing. These Gatling guns can go full auto, so you can just go 3 times, boom, boom, boom.
That's correct.
There's gonna be carnage next time.
Nice.
Okay, this seems promising. I mean, next time we're probably gonna get so fucked up in the combat, somebody's gonna get critted or something. But for now, this went well.
Yeah, I mean, you made it really far in stealth and have both of your bonus objectives, so
This couldn't possibly go wrong. No way.
Look at the video I posted.
what fucking video. Hold on, let's see.
Oh, rubbing it.
Oh Jesus. Okay, but yeah, everybody will get 5 XP.
Thank you.
Honestly, you know what? I mean, both because there was a lot of expenditures of it, and also just the sheer volume of out of context quotes. I'm going to give everybody a story point for this session.
Wee, thank you.
I mean, I don't
Nice.
know about you guys, but I feel it was deserved.
Thanks. Well, and knowing our synthetic fragileness, the next I have a feeling we'll lead them next time. They will be spent for survival.
Yeah.
So much appreciated.
Sure.
So we
But
get XP for this?
yeah, 5 XP. 5 XP and a story point in this case, which does not count as the story point that you'll get for completing your mission, as a disclaimer. So you'll get that as well once you complete your mission.
Do it in Artyom's character sheet as well.
I did already
He's
add it.
not. Yeah. Okay, great then.
So, other than that, hope you guys had fun.
This was an awesome session as always. Can we see what happens next time?
Yeah.
And I'll be seeing y'all around then.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
We will play 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.